be in order. All right. Well, let's have a look at the games. The games itself are interesting. The admin stuff is not. It's a unfortunate byproduct of organizing such a tournament. But that's all right. Now, here in this position, okay, it looks like, well, no, Dr. Elsa did say it's Ash 1. Ash 1's a very strong player, as you can imagine. And he's looking like he's got a very, very nice position. I guess pawn's going to push to d3 at some point. Could also think of knight f5. Ooh, really? So let's white take there. What's his idea? Not sure. So knight takes d4. What's his idea? I don't really get it. Is it like but knight e4 is gonna mate by c3. That felt like a strange decision. It felt very strange to me. Knight f5, white could just take it. So I didn't really understand what the idea of that was. It looks like a free pawn to me. Okay, perhaps that was just a blunder. Like I said, first round opponents are never easy nowadays. Even if your rating's 1500, it doesn't really mean anything. They can very well be underrated. So, yeah, that is what it is, really. Okay, so, as I mentioned, for those who haven't joined, I'm gonna have maybe we'll have a 5-minute break after round 1, because otherwise, some people who haven't joined, it's not too fair for them. So we're gonna have a 5-minute break after round 1, just a quick one, while I sort of sort out these people who are joining late, because obviously it is their right to play in this tournament, having paid for it, even though they're late. So, yeah. Hopefully you guys can bear with me just for a little bit before the next round. And yeah, I mean, the easiest way really is just to send me a message on this YouTube chat. I'll be monitoring it for anything, and if you have any questions, I can answer it on the spot. So that's actually better than a WhatsApp message, to be honest. So, okay. I don't really see the compensation here. Let's move on to another game, because here it seems like White's made a little bit of a mistake. Let's see if anything else is going on. Well, I've got Nelson, who's, if I'm counting correctly, he's completely crushing with an extra piece. So nothing interesting here. I did expect the top seeds to have sort of a decent time, but you can never really know. Like, I remember in the previous event, Hari, which is Hariharan, a very strong player, actually lost his round 1 game to a player who was later found to be violating the Lichess terms of service. I don't want to get into trouble by saying he was cheating. But let's just say that Lichess usually gets these things right. Alright, so knight a4. I'm not sure what his idea behind that move is. I think Black's position is actually quite decent here. Yeah, I don't really get what his idea is with knight a4. But then yeah, it's actually kind of weird, because white's a pawn down, right? You see? Yeah, white's a pawn down. Yeah, Black King's slightly exposed, but it's no real good way to exploit it for now. Alright, back to the hard game, and it seems like Black is struggling to find some compensation. Somehow I have a feeling Ash 1 will be able to swindle just because of his experience in these type of positions. Yeah, so obviously not his first rodeo. He's played many of these tournaments before. But okay, it's looking actually quite nice for white. Yeah, b takes 3. I was thinking if there was some sort of discovery of the knight, but I don't think there was. So, yeah, bishop a3 makes a lot of sense, hitting that rook on c1. So asking where it goes. If it moves off the b file, then maybe Black can consider a move like rook takes c3, although he'll still have to watch out for some sort of knight b5. Actually, rook b1 looks like an interesting try. That takes knight b5. That looks interesting. I mean, the line goes on, yeah. You probably play something like bishop c5 and rook d3. Bishop c5 check, king moves, and rook d3. So maybe it's fine for him after all. So maybe white should go for rook c2, but then the rook on d1, starts to get a little loose. But at least you're keeping that pawn. Decisions, yeah? Knight b5. Wow. It'd actually be quite a very... quite a good move actually, knight b5. So I guess black probably... But black has a choice. He can move the queen. That's also possible, yeah. So knight takes a3, queen takes a3. And playing this type of position, saying that, okay, his activity gives him some compensation, for which he has a point. Question is how much. Wow, really? Rook takes d7? And he takes back rook takes d7, yeah? Well, I was thinking that maybe white's knight would get really strong d6, but maybe it's fine. Yeah, you have rook takes c3 as well. So maybe this is kind of okay for black, actually. And actually, this could be quite double-edged, because if white doesn't get something, then the two rooks can actually coordinate very well. Wow, okay, queen e4 looks quite risky, actually. We're allowing a check on d1, but I guess king f2, and if you check, then sort of king g3, that seems to be fine for white. So Ashwan just plays knight f5, so he's thinking of some sort of bishop e3 check. Ooh, that's nasty. That's really nasty. So let's see what's gonna do here. I'm not so sure. Maybe he needs to somehow try to plug the d file with something like knight d4. Would be my impression. Ooh, this looks increasingly risky. He's given a check. Ooh, this is risky. a6. Okay. So knight's hit. I'm not so sure about this. Yeah. Okay, but knight d6, yeah. So I mean, there's an obvious threat of knight takes f5. If knight takes d6, I guess... Well, actually, what happens after that? Queen e3, there's sort of knight f5. It looks pretty good for black. So maybe what he should be doing is... Ooh, he's got also the option of e takes d6, is what I wanted to say. But then maybe black can just play something like bishop c5, yeah? And then, if knight e5, rook d6, I don't see a great way to continue, because queen b7, there's... Okay, it seems we're going down that line. If knight e5 takes queen b7, I think that rook f8 is fine for black, maybe even better for black. So I think black is definitely taking over here. Yeah, it's definitely taking over. All right. So okay, here, well, Hari is crushing, so there's nothing to see here really. Nothing to see at all. Let's go back to the... Yeah, let's go back to the team tournament just for a quick second. All right. So here it seems like Ashwan is doing very well. Yeah, he's sort of consolidated. Now, yeah, it's obviously a big improvement from what I had. Now I think the rooks are just going to dominate. Because generally speaking, if white can't get any play against black's weaknesses, the strength of the rooks really starting to come into play. And okay, white is fighting. He's not giving up or anything. He's really fighting because, okay, if we move the rook off the last rank, there will be queen e8 ideas. So, okay, Ashwan's playing very solid, like the super solid player that he is. Okay, if I was white, I'd be trying to get the queen somewhere that could try to hit f7 with. Now, there are some possibilities for sure. Not sure what it's gonna go for. Like, definitely the aim would be to get the queen somewhere here. Okay, that wouldn't be easy. Obviously, Ashwan's not gonna allow this. King h3 is interesting, so he's stepping out of rook d2. That's an interesting try. h5, again very solid. Queen c2, that's too passive. I thought maybe he should try something like queen c4 to try to get to b7. Okay, now he's threatening queen b7, so... Wait a second. Wow, the king's gonna run. Yeah, bishop g1 is gonna play king h4. No, bishop g1, knight f3. No, that wouldn't work. Still rook d1. Maybe that's still okay. Yeah, but okay, let's not go bishop g1. Okay, white has ideas like queen b7. It's not over yet. White has resources, surprisingly. Yeah, knight f3, I guess. What else? Seems like only move, right? You could try to run with the king, but yeah, okay. It's fate rook d1. Yeah, but now black's piece is a bit misplaced. Oh, I didn't like that decision though. Feels like even though white's grabbing this pawn, the rook should be pretty strong, no? Whoa, what? Queen takes rook? Is this guy for real? No, I think he just hasn't woken up yet. No. Well, sometimes strong players need some time to get into the hang of things. As you can probably tell, I usually lose the first game of all my streams, so yeah, this guy is not alone. I have been known to mess up my first round games as well. Yeah, that is unpleasant. Okay, that was a g4 try. No, this is dead. Yeah, you can just take it in queen f4. Queen f4 forced resignation. Yeah, it's too much. Yeah, it's queen d8 and just queen the pawn. It's way too much to handle. Wow, so we're gonna see an upset in round one. This is incredible. Just incredible. But Huck is actually a pretty decent player from my experience, so yeah. Shocking, but maybe not as shocking as, you might seem at first glance. Okay, we have some players. We have Nelson, obviously, who is a FIDE master. We have Jiao who is a WCM. Yeah. So guys from the MMU team. And okay, a lot of guys with 1 point. This is an interesting endgame. But I think the problem is that white just has nowhere to hide. So it's just such an easy draw. What? Why would you do that? You just play rook f1 check. It's got nothing to do. Why would you do that? I mean, in endgames, the key is just not to make things difficult for yourself. Yeah? Not to say that this is not an easy draw, but I feel like it could have been done a little bit better, in my opinion. Okay. Right, it's probably time to set the next round. So yeah, let's set it to, let's give ourselves 3 minutes, all right? Maybe let's give ourselves 3 minutes to sort of settle things after this round, all right? So yeah, we're gonna set 3 minutes between this next round. And this is not gonna be every round, of course. We're not gonna wait 3 minutes between every round. Just this round, so I can sort of settle some stuff and approve some join requests. So yeah, just to streamline the process for a second, I'm gonna go off stream just a little bit after the end of this round, and I'm gonna prove everyone. I'm gonna let people join if they're paid, and I'm gonna kick them out if they haven't, because obviously it's not fair to those people who have already paid if some random people just join. So we're gonna be a little strict about this when we have to. Okay, rook e6. Well, now you should definitely need to go for the back, yeah, because otherwise, okay, king e4 is coming. Yeah, I guess it's still okay. You can still go king e4. No, you can still go rook g1, yeah. I just find this quite funny. Yeah, now king e4, yeah? Okay, now you probably need to, well, you could check on e8, actually. Rook e6 is a drawn endgame. So maybe there's nothing at all here, yeah? Just like put your rook on e1 or something. It's dead draw. This is dead. Now, white's not taking the draw. I guess he's like, whoa, this is dangerous. This is very dangerous. King f5. Whoa, this is dangerous. Whoa, this is lost. King f8, king g6. He had to just keep his rook on the last rank on e1 or g1. This is dead lost. This is dead. It's actually dead, this one. No, it's dead. No move at all. I mean, this is coming, yeah? It's finished. On the spot finish, yeah? Ooh. Yeah. Rook endgames are tough. I know it from experience. These are tough endgames. King e8. Alright. So now just check, yeah, take and like push pawn, it's finished. It's totally finished. Totally finished. And yeah, it's even pre-moving. What a boss. Yeah, what are you gonna do? That's why in rook endgames, all it takes is one mistake and everything just starts to go wrong. And when things go wrong in rook endgames, it goes so wrong, as you saw in this game. Now, there's gonna be 3 minutes before the next round because I'm gonna sort out some stuff. It won't be like this every round. After this, I'm gonna switch it back to like about 15 seconds until round 5, after which there'll be a 10-minute break. So, yeah. Just give me a second. I'm going to go off stream and approve these join requests. Well, I think 3 minutes is enough. So, yeah, that's why I made it 5. Made 3 instead of 5. All right, we are back. Sorry for that break. I'm going to change the timings, by the way, for the next few rounds. So the next few rounds it will be just 20 seconds in between rounds. Don't want to keep you guys waiting for too long. To make it 20 seconds. And yeah, after round 5, as mentioned, there will be a 10-minute break. So don't worry, it won't be 3 minutes after each after each round. That would be excessive. It was just this round because a lot of people joined late, and that's why in chess as in life, it's probably a good idea to be punctual. Just saying. Just makes things easy on everyone. That being said, I'll be honest, I'm not always punctual, so yeah, and I usually pay the consequences for it. So you can trust me on that when I say that being punctual is usually very helpful, let's just say. Because I'm usually late and that has cost me in the past. Okay, so yeah, this looks like a very nice sort of London system. Knight c6. Okay. The strategy will be to go for some sort of e5. Like, okay, maybe he'll start with rook e8 first. Or he could... No, he could just ignore it. Okay, firstly, the pawn on d4 is under pressure. So one needs to do something about it. d5 is a possibility. Certainly one of the options. I guess knight e5 will be played in that case. White's not too worried about bishop e5, d5. Okay, white plays knight e2, very solid. So, yeah, it's a question. Does white go for like e5 or does it go for something else? Maybe a move like queen b6 could be interesting as well. Yeah, just trying to hit these two pawns. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Certainly some play left in position. Let's see if there are any more interesting positions right now. Okay, there are some games where one side is, yeah, up a queen. We're not gonna look at that, obviously. Ooh, this is an interesting one. The king's on d7. But other than that, I think black is just winning. Yeah, knight takes e5. It's finish. Rook d1, bishop c5. Finish, yeah. I mean, the best case for white will be if he can get... I don't know how, but if he could get, like, that pawn back. And even then, he would be still much worse. So, yeah, it's probably close to hopeless, if not already hopeless. a6. Not sure that was necessary, but I guess he wants to put his knight on c6, which I don't quite understand. I thought he should have played knight g6, and if rook d1, he would have to move e5. But okay, okay, I feel like white could have played a bit better. He's probably gonna... I mean, black could have played a bit better. He's probably gonna lose his pawn somehow, but okay. Plays knight c6, goes for e5, yeah. But yeah, maybe this is still fine for him, because, okay, now there's no b5. That was the whole point of that. Maybe white needs to sort of try to get his knight in, something like that. We'll see, we'll see. Something along those lines. Okay, white plays knight c3. He's thinking of sort of getting his knight to b6 or something. Okay, I think... Yeah, personally, I'd probably like try to trade the bishop e7. But kicking the bishop away, that's also fair enough. I mean, bishop e3 is possible, but I guess black just plays e5, so it does nothing. And bishop f4 is gonna play e5, so okay, this is actually pretty smart. This is actually pretty smart. Maybe he has to go to h4, but then I guess bishop e7 is an improved version of the line I just talked about, so this should be pretty good for black, I reckon. Probably close to winning, actually. How's it going here? Okay, so here in this London game, black's gone for the move e5. And at a good moment as well, I think, because e4 is a threat, so white kind of has to react now. He probably has to take once. Okay, and then black probably takes with a pawn, so threatening e4 again. White has to move the queen. No, if one moves the queen, then e4, actually. So this is getting a little bit awkward for white, because, yeah, if you play knight g3 again, e4. Bishop on d2 starts to hang. Okay, d5 is... Does that even work? Let's say black plays e4. Is this not a disaster? Like bishop e4, knight e4, and the bishop on d2 hangs, yeah? Ouch. That is painful. That is very painful. What are you gonna do? Not very much, I guess. Not very much. Okay, here... Yeah, here black's just consolidating. Let's see if there are any other interesting games. Because these ones seem rather one-sided, let's be honest. Ooh, this is some sort of crazy Sicilian. Oh, it's this line. It's topical line. A6. Right. B5. Okay. Yep. Not Queen D2, F5. Okay. Yeah, and black seems to be... I mean, it seems like black's position is quite open, but at the same time, I mean, I'm not sure which king is actually weaker. Bishop F3 is very committal, because white gets this option to play knight F6, which he actually has done, yeah? He's played knight F6, of course. I was surprised that black didn't just castle. That felt like the right thing to do. But okay, knight F6 check. Well, but okay, I'm not so sure this is so good for white. Yeah, maybe he just plays... Can he go... Oh, king F7, I guess this knight D7 intermediate move hitting the queen. Well, I think maybe this is what Hariharan missed. That's why he's thinking for so long, because maybe he missed that. Wow, it's just gone straight for it. This is... Oof. What? No, no, this can't be good. No. No, no, no. No way. No way. This can't be good. Bishop h6, but bishop h6 maybe still knight d7. But I guess I can play something like queen c7, can I? I can just... No, no, no. The pawn a6 hangs. Wait. So knight d7. Maybe this is still okay for white, yeah? Bishop g5, knight b6. Pawn on e6 is really juicy, actually, for... Yeah, for black. Wait, is it knight d7, queen d6 or something? The idea that knight e5... Oh, but the queen e5, queen e7. Right. Okay, so somehow it still seems to work for white. I don't know how, but white seems to still be doing very well. He has to find knight d7 though. If he like he didn't play knight d7 just now, maybe he didn't see it the first time. So if he didn't, it will be hard because as Petrosian once said, one usually either sees a tactic immediately or not at all. Whoa, and he finds it. Okay. But sometimes there are exceptions to that rule. Sometimes you realize, after thinking for some time that you need something. And then maybe then, you start to look for these things. Rook d8, very strange. I thought he was going to play rook h6 for sure, which, yeah, I don't understand why he gave up this pawn. Feels very strange. King g6. Yeah, I think white is doing well. White is doing very well. I guess one idea could be something like knight d7 to try to get the knight back into play. That could be interesting. Just get the knight somewhere here. Will that work? I don't know. But it looks good. Maybe knight d7, bishop f4. That's what you have to do, yeah? Okay, a4 is a very typical idea in these positions, but is it not just a little bit slow? If black's going bishop f4, yeah? Or you just ignore it and go a b5 and go a7. I mean, if that works, then it's a very nice idea. If it works, it's a nice idea for sure. Alright. So, okay, here black's just up a piece. There's nothing interesting about this. He's gonna win for sure. Right. Any other interesting games? Okay, we have some very strong guys on 2 out of 2, we can see. Yeah. Some of my students as well. It's nice to see when your students are doing well. Now, some of my students joined late and got a bye. But then they've won their games, which is good. Yeah, it's a 9-round tournament, so, losing half a point in round 1, it's not great, but it's not the end of the world either. Oh, my goodness, sorry about that. See if there are any interesting games. I mean, this one looks like it's really heating up. Yeah, I guess we'll just stick with this game. This looks interesting. So rook a7, I guess, is the principal way. So after we left it here, white went a4, bishop f4 as expected. White took and rook a6. White's playing very, very well. Bishop h2, just king f1, yeah? Or king g... I'm not sure whether king g2 is more accurate. Just to sort of keep an eye on that bishop and have rook h1 ideas. But king f1 is the normal move, of course. Rook d6. Rook d6 is a nice move. It's a nice move. Actually, what do you even do here? What do you do here, actually? Maybe you go something like rook a7. No, bishop b3. He's hitting that knight on e7. I'm honestly a little bit worried about this pin, but seems like white still has things very much under control. Rook e6 is an idea to trade off these rooks. So, but actually, where does the knight go? It's a bit awkward. Where does the knight go? I can't really find a good square for this knight. Maybe white can just wait with rook h7. Thinking whether that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it makes sense, maybe not. I don't know. It's gonna be rook a7 as an idea. There's also gonna be rook e6 to trade off the rooks and subdue, which also deals with this. So it's not an easy position for black. I think black is under serious pressure from some 1800. But the question also becomes, is knight c8 worth anything? Knight c8, what happens there? Well, I guess white has rook e6, right? Rook takes, bishop takes. Maybe this is what black has to go for, but it looks terrible. Yeah, knight's under attack. If you take, then it's probably a lost endgame. Knight c6, I mean, wow, this cannot be. It's like knight d5 is whoosh. That is whoosh. I mean, I don't. There's not even any word to describe it. It's like whoosh. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, that just seemed like the right word. I'm pretty sure that's not even a word, but if it was, it would be the right word to describe it. Wait, is there rook h1? No, king e2. Yeah, the rook can't go to e6, so there was no rook h1. Okay, but black is getting his king in. I'm not sure f4 was the right decision. It didn't feel right to me. Maybe what you need to do is to get your king sort of... Oh, but king f... Yeah, king f3 is actually a threat because it... Yeah, sorry about the momentary disconnection. Yeah, here, I think my screaming may have broken the stream. Yeah, obviously white had to play king e1. And yeah, I think white's still doing very well because you don't have time for rook e8. Now c6 is hanging. So I think this would still be quite good for white. Wow, mate in one blunder. That's epic. That's why we play these tournaments, right? Play these blitz games. Is there anything else that's morally interesting? Oh, there is. Ritesh against Hauser. Strong players, these guys. Okay, Ritesh is pressing. Yeah, he's starting to hit these pawns, but okay, if white's not careful, like the counterplay could start to come. So I wouldn't count out black in this position at all. So rook c7 is thinking of getting some rook c1. This is the right approach. Rook c1, and if you can get queen c7, this is gonna be really, really annoying for white. So I guess rook c1, king h2. That's his idea. It's like, okay, how do you make progress? Well, I guess that's a good question, because I don't see it right now. But if he sees it, then if there's even anything here, I'm not sure there is, but if there's something here, then, you know, okay, queen d7 is a good try. He's thinking of some sort of queen e1, rook d1, but I don't necessarily see how that's gonna work. So let's say rook takes a5. That feels like the most primitive thing to do. Check, king h2. My arrows are obviously horrendous. Check, king h2. I have no idea how to draw these things. King h2. I keep trying to draw it in a chess-based way. It's not working, obviously, because this is not chess-based. Okay. Interesting. Actually, what could happen is some sort of queen endgame. Why didn't he take that pawn? He could have taken, right? Rook a7, rook b7. Yeah, that queen endgame was maybe a bit unpleasant, but I don't think there was anything too bad about it. Okay, just g3 now. And I think white is consolidating. I think Ritesh is going to win this. And yeah, what are you going to do? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And this one, I think Ritesh definitely played the better game here, I will admit. Yeah, now this is terrible. Queen h7, rook b8 is finished. Just rook b8, take the rook and play queen h8, take his queen. Oh, you can also take that. Yeah, that also works. That also works. Yes, and finish. Is that the last game of this round? No, not quite. There are still some games going on, but none of them are particular... Oh, and take that back. This one is quite interesting, actually. Rook takes a5. Now, this may look winning, but I have seen players fail to win this position. That being said, the king on e1 is just so passive. If the king was a bit more active, there would be more chances. But with the king on e1 like that, it feels... Yeah, it feels very hard to defend this. Obviously, the win is actually not as easy as it looks. But I guess it involves pushing this pawn. Okay, maybe it is pretty easy after all. You just push a4, a3, and then... I'm not sure about that. I would have started with the a pawn. I didn't see why we need to move this e pawn just yet. Now we push the a pawn, right? Okay. Yeah, because I wanted to have the king hide on f4, but okay, I guess it's still winning. Because your rook doesn't have enough squares on this side of the board. Okay, just like bring a rook to h2 is finish. On the spot finish, yeah? Yeah, and that's over. Finish. Check, trade the rooks, e2, finish. And yeah, I'm sure everyone's excited to start the next round at this point. Yeah, sorry for all the delays, by the way. It's not my intention to have that many delays, but hopefully after this, things start to go more smoothly. And we have some very long games in every round too, so yeah. Okay, next round in 20 seconds. No 3-minute break this time, obviously. Otherwise, if we keep getting these big breaks, we're gonna finish at like, I don't know, 3 a.m. So no, none of that. Obviously none of that. So no one's trying to join now, that's good. Yeah, I guess everybody has already joined. If they haven't, then they're probably not gonna join anymore, I guess. Alright, so let's go to the next round. Wow, okay, we've got a powerhouse game here. Nelson against Yinlin. Like, I guess at this point, everybody already knows how strong Yinlin is. If you don't know, there's a very nice video on my channel. Just go to my channel homepage. It's one of the first videos there. It's called something like, I don't know, FM Stunned by Malaysian Junior. Some clickbait title like that. Except it's not clickbait, because it actually is what happened. So go check that out. That was an impressive game. I'd be proud to play that game, actually. So, okay, Nelson seems to be doing decent. Yeah, he's played knight e-shark hitting this knight. I feel like Nelson loves these sort of positions. Knight c6 bc. Okay. What? Is that actually just a pawn, yeah? G takes f4? It looks like a pawn, yeah. Not knight c6, knight d5, of course, no. That would be terrible. But just g takes f4, right? That seems... Am I missing something? Is that just a pawn? Wow. What? Why did he do that? Why not g takes f4? I don't understand. What was I missing? Like knight d4, queen d4, e6. Why you just play rook a d1? Like what was the issue with that? I didn't understand. So I guess now Nelson's gonna play knight takes d4. I just realized queen d4 knight. Queen d4 knight is his idea. Okay, he plays knight takes e5. It's probably quite similar, but okay, Nelson still has a tiny little bit of problems. I guess some sort of queen trade would be the smart decision. Just to get into an endgame where you just can't lose as white. I'm not sure you can. I'm not sure it's that simple though. I mean, black has pressure on b2. It might sack just this pawn on b7 to get rook b8. So, okay. This is maybe quite smart. He's hitting this pawn on e7, stopping any rook d2 ideas. I guess king f8, which just has been played. Is bishop b2 an idea? That's the question. It may well be that that's an idea. Rook b1 and just drop back to e5, of course. So there's no knight c7. This is interesting. Very interesting. He plays rook c1. He's not afraid of losing that pawn. He's going to c7. Wow, okay. Very ambitious play. He's going for the win in this game. He's really going for the win. Because sometimes you can't tell, you know, these players, they play with white and they're playing for a draw. But I don't know whether this... I mean, obviously he's not playing for a draw here, but I don't know whether this actually works. Like, he can play bishop e5 or he can play bishop a3, yeah. I think he's only like bishop e5, rook e7, rook d5, but... Okay, this also looks very good. Bishop's coming back to d6. Actually, what compensation does white have? I'm not sure. Like, when the bishop gets to d6... Like, black's gonna have two bishops. These pieces are gonna come out. And it's starting to look not so nice for white. So, maybe white had to play something like rook b1 or something just to try to protect that pawn. Somehow it didn't... I mean, obviously that's not the move you want to do, but... Like... Yeah, sometimes you have no choice. Bishop d6, I guess rook's gonna drop back to like c1 or something. Looks like a decent position. I guess though, knight c7 could be an idea. Okay, that's why it's played rook b8. Because otherwise there could be like some... Okay, there's no repetition because rooks defend that. So, just ignore what I just said. Okay. I guess he's playing something like... We could try something like b5 or even just b6, bishop b7. That seems like a decent idea. b6, yeah. b6 seems decent. He's done it. I know Nelson very well. Played so many games against him. Bishop c5. I know him. Knight e5. Bishop b7. I know Nelson. Something to be said for bishop f5, but then just e4. Yeah. So maybe just bishop b7 is just easy. Yeah, you get two bishops, but the issue is that... Sorry, you get opposite bishops, but the issue is that rook d2 is so crushing. there. It's just so crushing. So I think bishop b7 is... Oh, it's a blunder. Is it blunder? Yeah, it's blunder. Yeah, it takes rook c5. Okay, so he's not gonna do that. That's a blunder. Actually, if you can't go bishop b7, then what does he do? There's knight c6. Yeah, he's gonna take a2 and hope. Because my idea was to play bishop b7 here, but white can actually take, and he can play rook takes c5, which I think is his nasty trap. So almost fell for his nasty trap. Yeah. Okay, bishop takes a2. I guess like rook a1. Like, isn't black in... pardon my language, but isn't he in like... Well, let's just say in deep trouble. I was almost gonna say it another way, but let's say he's gonna be in deep trouble, yeah? Don't want to get demonetized or anything, so yeah. Yeah, black's in trouble. Big trouble. Massive, massive trouble. Just defend that pawn, just like e3. Like, don't give him anything here. Like, it could be tempting to play something like rook a8, but don't give up any single one of your pawns, obviously. Just play e3. And then next move, I guess rook a8 comes. How do you stop rook a8 on the next move? I don't see. Yeah, simple chess. Exactly, simple chess is best. h3 hitting the bishop. I'm not sure about that though, because now you don't have rook a8. I just felt like I want to get rook a8. That would be the move I want to get. Okay, plays rook a1. Now rook a8 is coming. Okay. Okay, I can get behind it. I can totally get behind it. Now he's going to play rook a8 100%. No question. No question about that. Rook takes a8. Yeah, I guess as black, you'd probably just like play b5. Try to get that pawn as far as possible. While he brings his king, that's fair enough. I mean, the king could start to come as well. Like king f1, king e2. Stuff like that. It's not so easy though. It's really not so easy to win this, but I feel like this is a 2-result game. That being said, it is Blitz, and Nelson has been known to make some crazy swindles in Blitz. So I wouldn't necessarily say that it's 2 results yet, but it's close to that. It's very close to that. Okay, you can give it a check now. King e1, give it another check. Oh, b5s. Don't take that pawn as bishop c4. Oh, that's clever. That is clever. And now I guess b4, yeah? Okay, but king d2. Maybe this may have helped white a little bit, because black doesn't have bishop b4 check anymore. The king is starting to activate, so I feel like maybe white's starting to make a little bit of progress. Although I feel like it's starting to get nervous. But it's gonna be b3 though. It's gonna be b3. It's not easy. It's not an easy win. But I guess b3 always king c3, so white's always safe there. But maybe there's bishop a3. Maybe you can't win that. Rook b7, don't understand that. I'm trying to find a winning plan for white. I feel like it would have to involve the exchange of this bishop. You know, my feeling is that black is already doing fine. He's doing already okay. Because the bishops are very strong. Wow, g5 is very ambitious. Maybe Nelson's already starting to play for a win. I get a feeling Nelson's starting to feel a little bit ambitious. Because, I mean, white isn't really putting much pressure on his opponent. So maybe Nelson is starting to look for his own chances. What's he gonna do? F5 or something? That would be like so much Nelson style. Yeah, I know Nelson too well. He loves to do these sort of weird semi bluffs with like just like jamming his stuff down. Especially when his opponent's in time trouble, he loves to do these sort of things. So yeah, I mean I know him too well. I know this guy so well. I've played like hundreds of games with Nelson, so no surprise there. Okay, king d3 is solid. It's solid. Ooh, he's gonna play like bishop a6 check. Whoa, wow, bishop a6! Oh no, I jinxed it, didn't I? I said 2 results, but this is now dead loss for white. Because you don't even need to take that pawn, you can just play b3, it's finish, yeah. Oh, that is such a painful position. You can just play b3. b3 finish, yeah? Why is he not playing b3? I don't understand. But I guess it's also finish. You have to take g takes h4. It's also finish, yeah? This is sad. It's very sad. It's b3 is finish, yeah? It's totally finished, right? Just a b3. He's like torturing his opponent, Nelson. To be fair, Nelson has been known to do that. I still don't understand. Why is he not playing b3? Now bishop e6. Now the bishop can go to f. No, no, no. King c6. King c6 finish. Yeah. No, king c6, bishop d5. Still not over. How is this? Why did it not take? He needed that f5 square for his bishop. Why did it not take? I didn't understand. What is this? This is the strangest game I've ever seen. I mean, it's a 5 minute game. I shouldn't be too harsh on these guys. They're just trying their best. Now b3 finally. I was like wondering for the plus 20 moves why Black wasn't playing this. I just didn't understand. Now it's finished. It's totally finished. Because you needed the f5 square so that you could put your bishop at f5 and the bishop would then stop the pawn. And if king c6, then there would be bishop e4. So that's why he couldn't play e4. He had to play e takes f4. So I just didn't understand why would you play e4 there. Now it's totally done. Your bishop takes b5. You play bishop e2 or something. Bishop f1. It's finished. Yeah. Oh, this is just such an annoying game. I'm just like feeling like the second-hand annoyance, of the white player in this game. It's just such a terrible feeling when like better the whole game and then like now you're gonna lose for sure. It's just like playing on out of inertia. It's obviously dead lost. King e3, bishop e2, it's finished. Yeah, okay, let's go on to the next game. I can't watch this. It's too tragic. Such a tragic event. It's worse. It's better than, honestly, as a spectacle, it's better than a great tragedy. It's just better. Just better, my friend. Okay. What's going on here? Okay, Ritesh is up a piece. I thought he was like down in exchange, but no, it's a full piece actually. Irfan is winning. It's totally winning, yeah? Knight d5's coming up. What's he got for that? He could... Yes, knight d5. Rook b7, king f8. It's nothing. Absolutely nothing for this. Okay, king f3. Then I guess you can put your knight even on like... I don't want to put it on h5, but okay. Maybe it's fine still. Rook h8 though, and you get h5 in. Rook h8. He's going to play rook h8, knight g3, h5. Gotta at least try. Okay, knight g3, yeah. Okay, rook h5 is fine. Okay, knight g3, yeah. It's the only move, I guess. You could do that. King g4, knight g7. No, rook b7! Rook b7! Took me a few seconds to spot it. I said, it's finish! Finish! Wow. We're seeing a lot of blunders today. I think everybody's sort of tired, yeah. And yeah, when you're tired, it's gonna be hard to play chess. Wow. This has been one of the most stressful tournaments I've seen in my life. Wow. Pardon me. Okay, Ritesh is mating. So, what's going on? Jiatian is playing Ian Po. Okay. Jiatian is crushing. I have never seen a more crushing position in my life. Rook g1, of course, rook h2 is the idea. That's mate. Okay, but maybe it's still not over yet, yeah? Rook d1. I guess something like rook f2. Try to kick that knight seems to make sense to me. Still rook d3, though. Still surviving, amazingly. Like, it doesn't feel like it should be surviving, but he is. He is surviving. So, yeah. What? What? Was that a glitch? I didn't understand that. I don't know whether you saw that, but the computer used the h4 pawn to take the g3 bishop, which that's like chat GPT level stuff. What can I say? Chat GPT stuff. Rook b1. Okay. Yeah, now things are back to some sort of normalcy, I guess. King h5 and bringing a king looks particularly cruel. I think still bringing a king is like super cruel. That's pretty cruel as well. But I didn't think we should give up this pawn. I mean, what? What? What is this? Why is he not taking the bishop? What? I don't know what to say. I have nothing to say about that series of moves. I just hope that these guys are not gonna go to Sabah and play like that. It's gonna give me a heart attack, man. Like, don't do it. Okay, now she's winning. Now Jiatian is just winning. I can't believe, like, I'm speechless. Speechless, man. Just speechless. F3 now. F3 finish, yeah? Finish. Totally finish. Yeah, let's take the knight's finish. And now instead of like being a piece up, well, it's a piece down. So, ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. This has to be one of the most painful rounds I've ever seen. Like, literally every game I've scrolled through has featured some sort of, painful moment. Like, Yinlin's game is looking at the least painful game this round. Ouch. That was an exciting round. That was an exciting round. There's 3 more games. 3 more games. Okay. Okay. Got itself calm down after that. This is winning Bishop F6 finish. King G7. King G7 Rook C7. But just like, I guess King G5. Oh, this is nice. Bishop F8. Just gotta be careful no stalemate, but there's the H pawn. That's, yeah, the H pawn is the problem for white. So that's finished. Bishop G7 wins everything. Okay. And this one is winning as well. Everybody knows how to win this one. So I guess the standings are looking pretty obvious. Okay, is there anything else? No, it's finished. White won. What? What? What was the rook down and won the game? Because just now I was like, what? Just looking at it, I was like, what's rook down is finished. Then I saw white is victorious. Like, what is this? Takes King H5. The pain is real this round. It's real. It's really real. Okay, King F8. Yeah, just King F8. It's rounded the king. Yeah, it's finished. Unbelievable what's going on this round. It's unbelievable. Something is cursed about this round. Nothing more to say. Next thing I know, white's gonna stalemate here. No, he's not. He's not gonna stalemate. It's impossible to stalemate this. King F6, King F7 can pre-move this. Can literally pre-move this. Okay, so there wouldn't be. That's enough pain for this round, obviously. Yeah. Wow, that was a crazy round. Like, in 1 second I'm saying white is winning, and in 1 second, whoa, have I jinxed it? White's not seeing mate in 1. What is this? Come on, like, please. You're giving me so much so much high blood tension. Okay, finally sees the mates finish. Okay. Wow, that was crazy. That was literally crazy. Okay, so we have guys in the lead like Jiaotian. Thankfully, opponent didn't see that the bishop was hanging for 2 moves. We're gonna see some nice clashes at the top. All 7 players here are pretty decent, pretty strong. Oh, wow, okay, so this is the game to watch for sure. Clash between 2 titled players, actually. Some people will ask me why Nelson doesn't have the FM title on his account. Well, I don't know why, to be honest. But to be honest with you, having a title on Lee Chess doesn't really do very much. Like, I mean, I have a FIDE Master in front of my name on Lee Chess. You basically have to, like, send it in to their support team. Yeah, send a request to their support team, and yeah, they'll verify you and ask you a few questions, and then the title will be there. So it's not a big process. But the only advantage is you get to play these sort of titled arenas, which they start at like 3 or 4 a.m. So I never get to play those. But yeah, other than that, I mean, not really any big advantages of having a title on League Chess. It's not like chess.com where there are tons of tournaments like Title Tuesday where you must be verified if you're on chess.com, because otherwise, like, why would you ever play on chess.com, right? Okay, let's talk about the position. So here, c4, e6, knight f3, c5. It's interesting. It's sort of this isolated pawn position. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm not a big fan of these positions from the black side. I feel they're a bit passive for IQP standards. I feel like IQP should be more active, give me more, but they're still playable. They're definitely still playable. Okay, bishop g5 is played. I guess f6 would be played, and bishop drops back, something like that. Okay, it's a playable position, for sure. You just go, it's just something like queen d2, rook d1. Feels like something that Nelson would like to play. This feels like a Nelson kind of squeeze. Nelson's very good at squeezing these type of positions. He's very, very experienced, of course. Classic d4 player. There's not much else I need to add, really. Let's see the chat. See if there are any questions. Alright, there have been a few. Alright. Yeah. Okay. No real interesting questions. Alright. So, we'll move on. King h8. This one's gonna take a bit of time. So let's look at the other top board. See if there's anything really going on. This is round 4, by the way. So we're gonna play 5 rounds. And after 5 rounds, we're gonna have a 10-minute break. That is the plan. So I'm gonna have the timer. Well, the timer is gonna be here actually, so I don't actually need to open a timer, which is nice. Unlike chess.com, where if in case you don't know, in Titled Tuesday you always have to check the timer. It's a separate timer. It's not on the page itself. That's another reason I just like Lichess. Everything's sort of streamlined. Okay, so bishop f4, e6. Okay, this is a very nice exchange love. So what I know about Ritesh is he loves this sort of setup. Plays knight a4, a3, b4, something. He plays these sort of setups all the time. Do I think it's promising? No, I don't think so. But he gets results. So, as they say, success is never blamed. But now we cannot consider this position a success yet. I think black has got everything he wants. Nice pawn on c4. And white's knight's not doing very much. Yeah. I actually like queen d6, not allowing knight c6. That felt like the right decision. Rook d1, basically rook d8, rook c8. Also, something like a5 is not out of the question. At some point, it should be done, but maybe not now. Or maybe now. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, I'd probably go for like some rook move. Just something solid like that. But actually, now I'm looking at it, actually a5 is looking more and more interesting with every coming move, because I don't really see any great way to improve my position. I was going to say bishop f6 is probably not a great way to improve it, because there are ways like knight g4, you can start to kick his pieces back, or we can just simply drop the f3 and you can think of e4 later on, and that bishop on f6 could be quite misplaced. That's why I was seriously thinking of going a5 on the previous move here. Okay, does it work? I'm not sure. Only computer can say, really, about these things. But it felt like it was working. Okay. Well, another thing is that Ritesh is way up on the clock. It's his style just to sort of play fast and, play fast, play positions he likes. And so far, it's been quite successful for him. So, let's see. Wow, lots of developments in the Nelson game. Lots of developments. What even happened here? H3, knight b3. Okay, so Nelson took the pawn, yeah, and then Jatin took b2, and now knight c5 comes. So equal material now, but the advantage, I feel like white still has an advantage. The advantage has obviously been transformed from what was that isolated pawn on d5, which is very hard to defend, to a position where white has a lot of pressure against the black queen side. It's got very, very active pieces that are sort of pointing at the black queen side. Yeah, you can see. So I feel like this is Nelson's kind of position. Now, I'm not exactly sure what Jatin's supposed to do. I'm not very good at defending these type of positions, as some of you may know. But, okay. To me, what I see is rook b1 is an idea. At some point. Maybe it is now, in fact. So, perhaps I need something like rook a to v8. Something like that. It's not fun though, but maybe I don't have a big choice in terms of what moves I can do. Bishop f4 is not a threat. That's one good thing going for us, because there is bishop e5. So, yeah, bishop e5, knight e5. It's maybe still a threat because b7 is hanging. But if you play rook a b8, is it the threat there? I'm not sure. Bishop a3. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense for sure. The idea being, of course, you're stepping out rook b1. Okay. How to continue? But here maybe now we can do the bishop f4 idea, because there's no more bishop e5. Okay, I guess bishop f4, queen c8. Bishop f4, queen c8. How to continue? Maybe we can try to exploit that bishop on a3, but I don't know how. It's not so simple. It's really, really, really not simple. Yeah. Not so sure. Bishop f4, queen c8. Then what? That's now the question. Queen c8's only move, right? I mean, knight e5 is too ugly to even speak about. So, queen's... Really, you can do that? It feels impossible. That move feels impossible. Like, rook d7, queen b7 looks like one way to just do things, yeah? I actually didn't see a win after queen c8. As ugly as it looked, I didn't really see a win. And I think Jatin should have gone for that, because now it's such an easy win. It's such an easy win for white. I'm even gonna like predict it as an easy win for white. I'm not even gonna say it's better, because two bishops, you know, black still has problems. His king can still have problems. His knight has no good squares, and like there's no coordination between the black pieces at all. And that is what Nelson thrives on, like any lack of harmony in your position he likes. Okay, so that is rook b1, it's obvious. You're gonna trade off the rooks, and then the two bishops are gonna squeeze. Oh, he's gonna squeeze so hard here. Oh, this is terrible. Yeah, he put the bishop in b3. Nelson is very good at these type of positions. Very, very good. You almost can never escape him, from my experience. His endgames are very good. There are some positions this doesn't feel that comfortable in, but none of those positions are endgames from my experience. King f1. Okay. He's bringing his king. I did say it was pretty good. You can play bishop d3, something like that. Bishop d1. Okay, stopping by f3. Okay. Did say it was good at these things, right? Bishop e3. Yeah, of course. Pressure is on. a4. Okay. Now it's winning the pawn. Bishop b3 check. Okay, but it's not so easy, yeah? Do you actually go for it is the question. If I go bishop a7, knight e4, bishop b6, this feels like it should be the way. And then bishop b6, trying to push the pawn, yeah? Just goes king e2. Knight c5, bishop c2, yeah? Just bishop c2. Simple chess. Now I guess, is a5 a threat? Not sure. Not so sure. Okay, does it? We'll see now, I guess. I guess black cannot do too much about it. If knight a6, bishop d3, that's an issue. So maybe he just goes king d6 and sort of prays that nothing bad happens to him. And this sort of tries to bring the king to the queen side. Let me take that pawn. Is it is it nice? Is it pleasant? No. But I think that black's position has improved compared to what it was before. Because before it was so horrendous. And now it's actually looking like she has a plan. Yeah, she has a plan of maybe bringing the king to b5 and taking this. Is it gonna work? I don't know. So Nelson is doing something smart. He's preparing to just jettison this guy. He probably maybe bishop d3. No, he does not. He plays king d4. This is clever. I guess takes is gonna be knight e6. So it takes is gonna be the knight hanging. Knight e6, king d5. This is clever. This is very clever. Bishop e1. J10. That's a very clever move. A very clever move. Okay, you can't take this pawn. Well, why do you do that? This is weird. This is very weird. It feels like there has to be a win, right? Maybe you do something like king d5 and takes like bishop d1. Does that make any sense? Just to like play bishop e2, chase the king away, and play a6. Because I feel like one of our advantages is that black's pieces are going to get so pinned after bishop takes f2. So I feel like that is something we can try to exploit. Does it work technically? Okay, he plays f3. Ooh, okay. Can I take this guy now? I guess I can, right? What's the idea after that? Didn't understand. Okay, now he goes for king d5, but I didn't understand why he didn't just go king d5 right away. Maybe he thinks like this pawn is more useful or something. But I thought that we wanted to keep this pin on f2. Ah, I just realized the knight can't move because of bishop d3. Now he goes for bishop d1. That's the idea. That's the right way. Now bishop e2 is finished, yeah? Bishop e2, king b4. Wait, is it finished? a6, yeah? I think a6 is finished. Knight a6, bishop e3. That's the whole point. Now this is finished. But knight a6 is forced. Oh, it's lost, yeah? Your knight will be no match for the two bishops. That's the biggest problem. It's not even that you're losing a piece, but the knight's gonna get dominated. King d6, knight e8, king d7. Knight totally dominated. Totally dominated this knight and finished because, I mean, if you go knight b5, we trade it and just like grab all the pawns. So, wow, that was an interesting game. It was not the cleanest win, I'll give you that, but it was a win, and a win is a win, as they say. We have some very surprising leaders, Vicbot and Smurf account. Like, they are good players, but I was not expecting 4 out of 4 from them. That is a surprise. I think some of these guys only knew about this tournament like earlier today, which is all the more impressive. You just come and like 4 out of 4, casual 4 out of 4. Okay, a5. Now rook b2 and just push the pawn, yeah. Simple chess is always the way to go in these positions. I can go c3 and go fancy chess as well. Maybe that works as well. Okay, simple chess, of course. He's a classic guy. He always goes for this simple chess. Never anything too fancy. Let's just b4, yeah? Little bit of fanciness in chess. Doesn't hurt. Okay, that also works. I'll give you that. That also completely winning. Rook a2. And you just push the a pawn, yeah? I'll play b4 now. If you can play b4, why not? Ah. Even better. Even better. Even better. Now b4. Bishop c4, rook c2. That's finished. Or rook c2 now. No, bishop a5. Okay. c3 bishop. Okay, I guess it's finished. It's finished either way. I mean, either way it's finished. Yeah? Bishop d4. Ooh. Take the rook. Finish. Finito. Finito, my friend. Finito. Finito. Come on. Sometimes in chess, it's hard to give up. I have to tell you. Rook e2 though, finish. Wins a piece. Yeah, rook e2 again. Even easier. Yeah, mb2 finish. He's gonna try, but I don't know why. Yeah, rook h2 finish. Yeah. I don't know what's white winning earlier. Maybe that would be a reason why. Sometimes, if you're winning, you sort of just play these things out of inertia. Obviously, you don't think you can save it, but, just out of frustration, you sort of play these things out. And, okay, there we are. So, next round should be starting. Now, still more games. Okay, this is finished, yeah. This is totally finished. That one's a full piece. Ooh, this is crazy. This is a crazy game. What's going on here? Queen d1. Okay. I feel like black shouldn't be in any risk. I mean, as long as he can also get mated, that is. But he shouldn't get mated. Even material though, so I think it should be a draw. King d2. Yeah, just king d3. King c1. He's bringing his king very far away in an attempt to like play for a win. I'm not sure he's playing for a win or for a loss. I don't know. He's trying to run his king, but I don't know. Maybe he's playing for loss here, but okay, black is also okay with draw. I would be thinking of trying some sort of king e4 actually, just to try to play for a win if I was black. But okay, I guess he's okay with a draw if Harry to play. It's like, why trying to get mated or something? He better be a bit careful, yeah? You go get mated. Okay, so, I mean, if you went to a5, queen c5, king a6, that would be a very funny way to end. But okay, he's not gonna do that. Now it's a draw. It's easy draw. Like king c2, wait, there's no one check. But it's still a draw, of course. How can it not be a draw? Just queen e3. Sorry? Just queen e3. Queen a6. I don't know. I prefer to put my queen very active in these sort of positions. Sort of to restrict the enemy queen. That's the whole strategy in these type of positions. Where you take g6 is a draw. So what you do? You check on f4 or something? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Where you take g6. So it's okay if I draw again. Okay. It's basically like saying whatever's draw, yeah? Queen e1, queen e2. Why is he checking on e3? Why did he check on e1? I don't understand. He's allowing like king d1 ideas. King b3. Black is really playing this a bit strange. But okay, still a draw. Still a draw. I won't criticize it. He didn't change the evaluation, so no criticism is deserved. Okay, queen f2 check. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to do, yeah. It's just a draw. Just a draw. You don't even take the pawn, obviously. Queen f2. You better be... I want you to be a little bit careful, yeah? Queen f1. No, queen g3, okay. Yeah, still draw. Still draw. Queen g2. Queen e5. Okay. King f3, though, there wasn't any checks. King f3 would have been tricky. No checks. King g2. Kumar says it's a win for white. I don't know. I think white king is starting to run to h4. I mean, black has definitely made things like super hard for himself. And the fact that it's like, yeah, it's not doing very much. But okay, now queen h2, queen d2. But then king still goes to f6. Oh, queen h2, king g5, queen e5. That's the way. Queen e5 is a draw. No, king f6 now. He should have played queen e5. Queen e5 was a dead draw. That's a standard perpetual. Standard perpetual. Now it's dangerous. It's very dangerous. Okay, so at least grab the pawn, which maybe should have done earlier, but now it's dangerous. It's very dangerous because the white pawn is so active. And in queen endgames, it's all about the activity of the queen and about passed pawns. And in this case, white has this very nice passed pawn, and black can't make a passed pawn of his own. So this is very, very dangerous. g5, just g6, king g7. King g7 now, of course. And the white king is... The strategy for the white player in these type of positions is to use his king also to try to force the black king. So you'll be sort of using a double threat of pushing your pawn and also trying to force the black king away. Queen d4, I think, finish. Queen d4, finish. Yeah, finish. Queen takes g1, okay, finish, okay. Yeah, finish. Actually, that was very nice technique. That was some very nice technique from white at the end. Especially for 1300, that was nice endgame technique. So, well done there. So, I mean, it's well deserved. Yeah, this game is taking like 20 minutes, so... Actually, this tournament is taking longer than I expected, because usually in my previous tournaments, they wouldn't be like crazy long games every round. Only like once every 3 rounds or so. So yeah, after this, there will be one more round before the break. One more round. 20 seconds to the next round. So after this round, there will be a 10-minute break. 10-minute break after this round. Okay. We'll start in a few seconds. Leaders are, yeah, some surprising leaders here. Of the top seeds, only Nelson is surviving for now. I'm going to change the settings just a little bit. We're going to make it 10 minutes to the next round. So, okay. Here we go. Look at some games. Okay, this is the game we have to look at, obviously. Smurf account. There are 2 games we're going to focus on in this tournament. That's, firstly, it's this game between Nelson and Smurf account, whoever that may be. d4, knight f6, c4. Okay. d4. Yeah, it's very, very solid line. Bishop g5. Ooh, interesting. Interesting stuff. Interesting line. I guess e3 now. e6, bishop c4. Okay, it's playable. It's playable for sure. Whoa, what's going on? Oops, sorry about that. Okay, I guess we are back. And there's another game I want to look at, which is this one. Wow. Okay. So it's a Benoni. Crazy Benoni. Knight c3. Okay, it's this knight d2 line. Len is, from my experience, this Len guy is a very decent positional player and he plays very fast. That is his style. Every single game, he's finishing the game with more time than he started with. That is his trademark. 5+3 is like... It's almost like a classical game for him, this guy. So, as expected. He's playing very fast. He's got a nice position, nice pressure, but it is still a Benoni, so you have to be careful. Maybe a bad Benoni, but still a Benoni. Which, what that means is that it's objectively bad for black. I mean, that's what Benonis are, but in a blitz game, it's not that easy. That being said, I did say that a white player treats these 5+3 games like classical chess, right? So, yeah, maybe that won't be a problem for him, but for me, it might be. Who knows? Okay, so... Okay, white has some pressure here. Nelson is under some pressure. The pawn to a5 was a good idea, for sure. This looks like a very nice strategy for white. I mean, Nelson maybe misplayed it a little bit. I'm not sure what you're supposed to do after bishop g5, but I have a feeling this is not it. Bishop b4 wasting another tempo and going back to e7. Doesn't feel quite right. I feel like Nelson should have tried some sort of a5 at some point. Because I think after white got a5 himself, quite cleverly, it's already unpleasant. He's hitting this pawn. Maybe black needs something like b5, but if he does that, then okay, bishop just goes back, and yeah, maybe this pawn could be an issue. Yeah, I don't think you could play c5. So Nelson plays rook b8. He's keeping all these ideas in hand. c5 could be an idea to break. Also, e5 is very thematic in these structures. Yeah, white has some pressure, but actually now I'm looking at it, maybe it's not as bad. I shouldn't have been that harsh on Nelson. His position is still nice and solid. It's maybe not the most pleasant position, I would say. Like, especially when you're playing a lower rate play. You want something where you can try to play for a win a little bit more. But, all things considered, this is not too bad. Now, Nelson is not a Slav player, so I'm surprised he's went for this. He usually just plays Grunfeld every single game. But he has been experimenting with some stuff. Like, he played, like, some weird Grunfeld against me, so... Yeah. Yeah, he played some sort of Grunfeld QGD hybrid against me. So yeah, it's he's trying out new stuff in terms of openings, Nelson. Yeah, if you're wondering what game that was, it's also another game that I've covered on my channel, one of my most recent videos. So go and check that out. Go support my other videos. It's very much appreciated because I put a lot of effort into those videos. Like usually for one video, it takes me 8 hours to edit one. So yeah, if you could. I mean, your views, you know, your likes, your comments, they mean a lot because, you know, you put in that much effort. You know, it's nice to see if people actually appreciate it because somehow at the back of my head, I just sort of start thinking that, yeah, that maybe our opponent doesn't actually watch those videos. Like, no one actually watches those videos. But yeah, when your nice comments start coming in, you know, it's comforting. Anyway, back to the position. Black is getting crushed here. I think it's quite obvious. Okay, black's just like striking b5. I think this is what he needs to do. He needs to try to mess things up so much that maybe his opponent gets a bit confused. That is the white strategy. Will it work? I'm not sure. So but that's the black strategy. So his idea, I guess, is okay. Well, takes now he will take on c4, I guess. Is this so simple? It doesn't look so simple. He takes e1, okay. Maybe this is smart. Like bishop e1, bc4, obviously. No question about that. I guess queen d5 is his idea, but then I'm not sure. I'm not so sure. Is there like bishop h6? It's queen h6 though. The queen h5, yeah. I mean, that's that looks convincing. Otherwise, what do you even do? I don't know. Not so sure what you do here. You can go bishop h8, but then queen g5 takes... Feels like this must be lost, yeah. Feels like white should have a win here. He goes bishop h6, but now what's gonna... Oh, white takes maybe bishop e3. Ooh, this is smart. Bishop e3, king h1. Wow, okay. He just goes bishop c3. So calm, this guy. Not tempted by these queen h5 ideas. It's classy. It's very classy. He sort of understands that it's long-term compensation. It's very nice play. Very nice play, I gotta say. Let's go back to Smurf account. Oh, why is putting on the pressure a little bit? I mean, the pressure was... but okay, it's still mostly academic, I guess. Because Yeah, now it's like queen f8, it's ready to move the knight. So, okay, why plays queen a3? Maybe his idea is like knight e4, b4, something along those lines. I'm trying to think of what's idea is, but it looks good. It looks very good. You really just go like bishop e2 or bishop f1, something like that. I guess bishop e2 I prefer to like think of bringing the bishop to f3. And then maybe b4 is his idea. This is actually some very nice play from White. It's very nice. Yeah, very nice play. What can I say? Okay. Yeah. Here, black is still in some trouble, I guess. Queen e4. But okay, it's not easy to make progress. So, my experience, I've actually played this big board guy a few times, and my experience is that, I mean, yeah, I can beat him, obviously, but it's not easy. He defends pretty well, from my experience. And he can find some tricky resources, and he's fast. He's actually very fast. Which maybe doesn't play a big role because there's a big increment here. But if there was less increment, he might do better. Who knows? Yeah, not queen g4 is finished. Yeah, queen g4 finish. Not finish. Rook takes f4 maybe. Finally finish. Rook takes f4. Queen takes f4. Queen takes g6. King f8. Wow. Just g3. Really? Wow, if you give a check, king g2, queen c2. Rook f2, queen e4. We're going down that line, so we'll see. But I think it's winning for white. It looks winning for white. Queen c2, rook f2, check, and just king h2. I don't see a defense at all. Maybe there's still queen... No, there's no. g6 hangs. Yeah, this is finished. Yeah, queen e4, king h2 is finished. Oh, this is not finished. He has bishop d6. No, there's no. The queen's hanging. What am I talking about? There's nothing here. Nothing at all. Everything is hanging. The queen is hanging as well. That's the problem. If the queen wasn't hanging, then bishop d6 would be nice. But now it's finished, yeah? So let's look at this game. This game is heating up. Ooh, knight d3, clever. Clever Nelson tactic, but does it work? Interesting. Is allowing queen takes a3. B takes a3. What? What? Why? Why would you do that? Why? Why would you do that? I don't understand. I did not understand that. Yeah, I calculated that line. That line is pretty decent, but I don't know who's actually better in this endgame. Because, yeah, white has, like, a better knight, but that's not the thing. Black is just coming to c5 and to c4 with his king. Yeah? This is not so easy. Maybe it's easy for black, actually. It's my feeling. Okay, but the good thing is... The good news for white is that, okay, he's a good defender. That's all I can say. He's a good defender. This guy. King c5 is king d2, something like bishop e4, something like that. Yeah, I don't know. g3. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a nice move. That's a nice move. Because it's well known that the knight is very bad against the rook's pawn. So b6 is a very, very nice move to create this A-pass pawn. Because the knight is going to be very bad at dealing with that pawn. And if the white king tries to come over, then black doesn't run his king. Okay, c4 is a good move. This is some very alert play from white. Because he understands that, black has momentarily moved his king away. So it's time to... Oh, I don't know. That seems a bit overextending. No, a4 is coming. I'm not sure what I've done c5. I feel like I'd have to wait. Yeah, I've sort of stopped. Because this seems like some really good stuff for black. Bishop d5, just push the pawn. Nelson is way back in business. I think can you go a3 here, actually? a3 takes a2. Knight b3. Oh no, you cannot. It's knight b3. So bishop c6. Okay, this is clean. King b4 is coming up. King c3, you just take it. It's finished. Now king b4 finish. This is very clean play. Nelson is known for a very clean endgame, so it's no surprise. a2. Check king b3, check king b2, check king d1. Nothing. Now just king b3. Now finish. Now just finish, yeah. Can even play some like g6, I think. Okay, he goes for this. King c4, king a3. Just bring the king back, I guess. Probably needs to play f6 or something. This is dead. I think he had to play something like f6 and try for some sort of breakthrough. There would be some last hopes there. But now it's all fixed. King b5. And you can literally pre-move with your Nelson. You can pre-move king b4, king b5, king takes c5, and like pre-move your king. It's that simple. Okay. Yeah, here it's finished as well. It's finished. So, yeah, Nelson is the sole leader of this tournament after 5 rounds. Going into the break. Oops, sorry about that. Going into the break, Nelson is sole leader. 5 out of 5. Big Bot is lost. He's gonna lose this game, obviously, and it's actually lost. So, right behind him on 4.5, only Land BCP. So everyone else a point behind. But enough of that for now, because we got still some more games going. Rui Yang. Okay, Rui Yang is a very, very strong blitz player, but his issue is he always gets into time trouble in these games. That being said, the good news is that his opponent is also in time trouble. So, yeah. We will see. He's very good when it comes to time scrambles. And actually, Black is a pawn up, I just realized. Okay, I think Rui Yang is going to win this game. Just because of the extra pawn. He's just very experienced in these time scrambles. Very experienced. Because he gets into them every single game. That's why. Knight b7, rook c4. Okay, still not over yet. It feels so dodgy though. No, it's not going to repeat, obviously. He better not repeat. I think you go back d7 once, and then you play something like f5 or something. That seems like the way to do it. Because I want to rook on a bad square. That's why. Don't flag! He made the move in like 0.1 seconds. Oh my goodness, hung a rook. This is disaster. Oh my goodness. This is why you don't get into time trouble, guys. It's ugly. Time trouble is an ugly game. You can mess up everything so easily when it comes to time trouble. It's honestly kind of tragic what's happened here. Just to remind you, Rui Yang was actually the runner-up of our previous tournament. Surprising result. I think he crushed some pretty strong players in the course of that tournament. So, yeah. Okay. This is finished. Yeah, it's totally finished. Let's see if there's anything more competitive. Wow. This is a mess. This is a total mess. Rook takes h5. This almost reminds me, the position of the f3 reminded me a bit of the cup of course trick that you guys already know about, surely. This one is actually a bit tricky for Black, as funny as that sounds, because, okay, rook h8, I guess. You cannot give up that pawn. So Black definitely has no winning chances, that's for sure. This is tricky. But he wants knight g5, knight f7, but once that happens, White will play rook a8 and start to harass that knight on a6. So you can see Black is having second thoughts. He's moving his knight back. He doesn't know where to put the knight. And who can blame him? You just go king e3. Slowly your plan will be to put the king on b5. That feels like the way. Oh, I think this is a good decision. I think this is a very good decision. But unfortunately, rook c6 was not an idea. I think Jiatian is really squeezing this correctly. She is a very good squeezer, to be honest. She's very good in playing simple chess. And when it comes to tactics, yeah, or like some tactical stuff, I have my reservations. But when it comes to simple chess like this, she is very good. Rook c6, knight c7, and I'll just push, yeah, a6. This is finished, yeah. King h6, a7. And then rook takes e6, no matter what you do. You can like pre-move rook takes e6. Yeah, you just literally pre-move rook takes e6. Here. Pre-move rook takes e6. Yeah, rook takes e6, finish. Then you go rook c6 and you queen the pawn. Okay, knight takes e6, 8, queen's easy. It's too easy. That one is too easy. The knight is just no match for the queen. The queen is too strong. Too strong. You play something like... Now, the only thing you have to worry about, you have to be a bit careful about, is that you don't hang your queen. So, Jiatian is doing something very smart. She is keeping her queen far away. And now she'll play queen e5. Very nice. Exactly. I know her style. Now she'll play queen d6. Yeah, told you. King f7 and she'll play king g5. That's the idea. Knight e6, king f5, knight g7, king e5. I can predict the rest of the game. Knight g7, king e5. Yeah. I know her. Like, I mean, one should know their students, I would argue. Yeah. If you don't know your students, I don't know what kind of a coach you are. King e6. Exactly. Yeah, now king f6, king g6, finish. Finish. King g6. Finish. Finish. Perfect endgame. Perfect endgame. I could not have played it better. Magnus could not have played that one better. Magnus could not have played that better. That was a great endgame. Okay, so 10 more minutes to the next round. So time for you to take a toilet break because it's gonna be a long tournament. 4 more rounds to finish, and these 4 rounds are gonna decide who gets the first prize of 150 ringgit. And yeah, for those of you who aren't doing that well so far, well, there is still hope. There are still 4 more rounds, and I'm paying top 10 prizes effectively. If you're a subscriber, you're eligible for top 10 prizes. And because there are 5 subscriber prizes, and if there are other guys in the top 10 that are not subscribers, you could conceivably make it if you're outside the top 10. So, and there are also like under 17 and under 12 prizes to reward our young players because there are a lot of those in this tournament. Okay, so we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be back in about 9 minutes. So, I'll see you in a moment. Alright, we are back for round number 6. There's a bit of an issue. I'm trying to change the time between rounds, and some of that option has disappeared, so I honestly don't know what I'm supposed to do, actually. Hopefully I'll find a way to change it. That is my hope. Okay, so, whoa, what's going on here? Nelson has just sacked the... Whoa, what's happening here? Well, somehow it seems to be going well for black, yeah? Bishop c4, rook takes c4. B takes c4, and some sort of queen e5. So that rook is saved. That bishop is saved. Okay, queen e5. Don't see anything else. There's queen b2 as well. But yeah, looks weird. Queen e5 looks more natural. Also something to be said for something weird like queen d7. But yeah, queen e5 looks most natural. Bishop f4, queen f6. I don't think there's any issue there. Oh, he does go queen e7. Okay. The idea, of course, you can't take... If you take here, then... Yeah, the bishop on d2 starts to hang. So... That makes sense. That makes perfect sense, I would say. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. What can I say? Makes perfect sense. Again, I can't actually change the time between rounds. I just realized something really bad might have happened. So hopefully I get that sort of sorted out somehow. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do, actually. Okay. Yeah, Nelson seems to be doing very well. He's gonna take some pawns here. Okay, I mean, what happened? Okay, he took on a1 and took on e7. Yeah, this is very good for white. Okay. That's not so simple. If you take on b7 and c5 hangs. Okay, Nelson is doing the right thing. He's trying to play h5, create some more weaknesses. That is what you need to do here as white. Just to try to create some more weaknesses in the black position. And to do that is trying to push his pawn on h6, which makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah. Pawn is going. You know what do you do against that? I'm not so sure. Queen e6. That's a nice move. That's a very nice move. Not forcing the queen trade, huh? Well, that move is easy to miss, I will admit. What do you do against this? You take right, f takes. You take on g6. You can also take on g6 first, but it takes back just hg, takes. I don't know. Oh yeah, you could do that as well. But I'm blind. But there are options. If you take queen takes b7, queen takes c2. Well, c6 then there's gonna be check and queen e4, and that should be a draw. This one also looks quite decent. Rook a8. Oh, rook c8, h6. Oh, maybe it's not so simple. Maybe black should have taken g takes h5, because this already looks... It looks dodgy. But then it would be rook a7. Rook b5, c6. Maybe it's still fine. Rook c5, c7, king g7. This one is... Okay, I mean, I think it should be still okay for black, right? I can play a4. If rook e4, that's rook a8, so... How is this? c6, a3, c7, a2. Oh, it seems to work for black. Rook a8, yeah? What is this? Could actually be a bit dangerous for white. Rook c4, a3. Put your rook on a1. a2, what? Okay, a3. c7, a2. Rook a4, there's a1 queen. Has he miscalculated this, or what's happening? How does this work? How does this work? Black is winning, yeah? If black wins this, he takes the sole lead. That would be crazy. It would be absolutely crazy if he manages to take the lead here. Alright, just give me a second, yeah? So Somehow it's impossible for me to change the round times. I don't know what's the issue there. I don't know why that is. It shouldn't be that way. But somehow it is, so hopefully that gets settled. Yeah. Otherwise, you guys might have to wait 10 minutes in between each round. No, this is dead. Yeah, just queen. You can even play queen a6, rook b8, and just like block it. That's probably the easiest way. And that's totally finished. Queen a7 even easier. Rook c8, finish. Finish this game, and it's not resigning yet, but it's over. For all purposes, it's over. Oh, there's a very interesting fight. Yinlin against Big Vod. Okay. Now, Big Bot started out with a huge bang, obviously, but here it doesn't seem like it's that great for him. Okay, but he has some compensation. For that pawn, he has actually some very nice knights. Seems, with second thoughts, I don't think Black's position is that bad. Knight d6 could be an idea. Knight d6, rook c2, b8. I guess. Hmm. 96, maybe this is rook c5. Rook b4, okay, it's defending this passively, but that can't be the way. Right? It just can't be the way. What do you do? Something like a5? Because then the rook goes to a4. That's not where the rook wants to be, yeah? It's really not where the rook wants to be. Could even consider some... Okay, I guess rook b8, I like that. I like what black is doing. What it does makes a lot of sense. Rook starting to come in, maybe the b1, the b2, I don't know. Something like that. Knight d6, I guess like rook c6, yeah? Rook c6 and the knight gets chased back or something. Am I missing something? I don't think I am. Maybe he plays knight f5. This is how you play knight f5, knight e7. Okay. Still don't really buy that, honestly. Okay, goes rook c5. That also makes a lot of sense. That also makes a lot of sense. Knight b5. Rook b takes b5, c b5, rook d5. That looks really strong because you put the bishop on b6. That pawn on b5 is going... Rook bishop takes a5, take the free rook. And now it's finished. Alright, back to tournament. Okay, so Yinlin's just half a point behind the leader. Tiebreak slightly worse than Nelson's. And Hari is also seeming... It also seems like he's going to join the leaders, yeah? Okay, this is finished. So I think actually Hari's going to have a higher tiebreak than Yinlin. He's quite a bit higher as well. Let's see. Actually, that's one of the worst tiebreaks. Okay. Jia Tian might be in a bit of trouble, actually. It looks like trouble. The bishop on a1 is not making a very great impression. And his rook is even worse. Actually, it's tied down to that pawn. Maybe what she has to do is just try to jettison that pawn at some point. But I don't know how. So if I play rook f2, black just plays rook takes a4. Rook takes f6. Ooh, he plays that f4. Okay. That's a good try. Knight goes to d5. Because she needs to hit this pawn on f6. She needs to hit some of these potential black weaknesses. And d5 is a very nice square to do that from. So, I like this. This is a good move. It's a very nice move, actually. Maybe black should play something like c6 to stop knight d5. But then the knight comes to h5, maybe. Maybe. It's not so simple. Not so simple. Plus, we get the b file that we can use at some point. Still, I don't think knight d5 should be allowed. I think you might have to play something like c6. So maybe something like rook e5. I don't know. But knight d5 now. Surely. You've got to do it, right? You've got to do it. Check this king g2. No biggie there. Knight d5. What else is there to do? Is there anything else to do? Should there be anything else to do? Well, it's certainly not knight d3. This is too passive. You have to go for knight d5 and pray. Now it's all black now. trading off that rook on g3. Black's just trading off all the white pieces that have some sort of activity, and this is a great strategy. And now, after the rook trade, he'll just start pushing his pawns. It's too much. Just too much. Just like, even f5 is a possibility. It takes an f5. Equally good, probably. King g6. Just trying to bring the king to e4. That looks like a great strategy. Not gonna lie. f5, of course. There we go. Now it's truly finished. It's truly, truly finished. Nothing else to say. Okay, this is over. This is truly over. I still can't change the amount of time in between rounds. That's a bit of a disaster, yeah? I don't know why I can't do that. I really should be able to change it, but I can't. So this is not a good sign. We are at 10 minutes between rounds, so not being able to change it now is a problem, yeah. It's a serious problem. Okay, well, at least it's not as serious of a problem as it is this position for white. The pawn just goes. Oh, we can play f4 to restrict it. You can have played king f6 as well. Everything is... Even bishop takes f2, of course, you gotta play, and then a4. c5. Like, every single... How many pawns does this guy have? He's got like 7 pawns against a bishop. That's just... It's crazy. It's crazy, but... Well, except for Jia Tian, in which case it's just sad for her. And, yeah... That's not nice. That's really not nice. Let's move the king. Finish, yeah? Yeah, let's move the king. Rook takes c1 is a threat, by the way. Followed by d2. It's truly over. Yeah, this rook takes c1 and d2. Okay. Too many pawns. 3 pawns too many. Alright. Back to the tournament. Wow. You know, I'm getting very worried because I can't change this 10 minutes to any other time. I don't know why, but I literally can't change this 10 minutes to any other time. And because of that, I'm getting very worried because I'm afraid that the only solution will be for everyone to wait 10 minutes in between the next 3 rounds. So there'll be an extra 30 minutes added to everyone's time. Oh no, I really hope that's not what we have to do. I'd love to avoid that, but I really don't know how to change it. This is a disaster. I didn't. Maybe you could only change the round times, like a set number of times between each round or something. I didn't know there was such a thing actually, but apparently there is because I can't change it anymore here. I don't know why. This one is just dead. So let's see if there's anything else more interesting. No, there is not. This one's finished actually. And I'm also finished because I can't change the 10 minutes in between rounds. I don't know why I can't change it. So it's not looking very good. It's not looking great. By the way, I just checked in the comments. Thank you for all your kind words. Thank you for everyone who likes my videos. It means a lot to me. Oh dear. I am in trouble here. I am in trouble. How can I not change this 10 minutes? This is the worst time as well. Oh dear. Oh dear. Let me try to Google it. Maybe I'll find a solution. Oh dear. Yeah. I don't know what to say. I mean, this game is going on. This game is gonna be a draw. I'm not gonna comment on it. just give me a moment. I'm gonna go off stream for a moment. I'm trying to fix this. I don't think I'll be able to fix it, but I'll do my best. So, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Great news, guys. Great news. I managed to change it. I saved it. I don't know how, but I saved it. I managed to change it. So it's now back to 20 seconds between rounds, and I'm definitely not touching that setting until the end of the tournament. I don't wanna make everyone wait another 10 minutes. I know you don't have the time nor the patience to do that, so and neither do I. It's not so much about you, but I don't have the patience to wait another 10 minutes between every single round. So 20 seconds. Oh, saved it. We saved it. Okay, okay. We saved it. We saved it. Oh dear, I'm just so relieved. And we did it with time as well. I gotta thank these guys who are like trying to play this out with like no hope of winning, because the what they've actually done is they've saved me some time, because now I managed to change it. Otherwise you guys would still be waiting for the next round. And well, now it turns out there's only 20 seconds for the next round. So I managed to change it. And so please don't go anywhere. We'll be done. Our next round will be in 20 seconds. So yeah, get ready to play, please. Okay, we have some very interesting pairings here. Definitely all these guys in top 10 have very serious chances of actually finishing, in the top 5. And like these guys in top 6, definitely great chances of, getting in top 3 or even winning the event, depending on their tiebreak scores. Alright, so let's pick a game. Okay, this game will be probably for the lead. So we have Lan against Hariharan. Hariharan loves his King's Indians. He loves these type of positions. D6, knight F3. Okay. Yeah, we're going for the main line. Anyway, bishop E2, E5, castles, knight C6. Ah, boring. Come on. But, I mean, fair enough. It's probably the smart thing to do, yeah? What's the move here? I can't remember. I can't remember what's supposed to be the move here. Can't remember. Is it like... No, I don't know what it is. What am I supposed to do here, actually? Do you, like, take on D1, or what do you do? It's like one of those lines that the black players don't study. So actually, maybe it's a good opening choice, yeah? As much as it's not the kind of Kings you're looking to watch as spectators, but it's a very safe position, very simple moves, and it's gonna be hard to lose it. So, as the tournament leader, I think he's going for the right thing. He's going for position where his aim is to play for 2 results. Will he be successful in that? I'm not so sure. Okay, so this what? Knight takes G5. Piece blunder. There's a mouse slip, yeah, F4. There's nothing else to say. Ooh. Okay, it's still fine, F6, but knight takes G5 was a free piece, yeah? The knight on E5, there's pawn on F1's overload, yeah? It's overload and F6 finish. Okay, still finish. It's also finished, yeah? I mean, he's not gonna miss F6, yeah. There's no way in a million years he misses F6. Yeah, of course not. Yeah. Now you take E5. I think that's the easy way to do it. Now, one thing about these Indonesian players, they are very tricky, so you must be very careful with your brain. Actually, you can play bishop b6, right? Maybe you can get away just playing bishop b6. Maybe that's the simplest way. Rook d6, and like just, you know, anything. Even bishop takes a2. That actually looks like the easiest way. Bishop e6. That would be a professional move, as they would say. After x5 is fine. It's the first move that comes to mind, and I think it's good enough. It's good enough. Bishop e7 though, but rook e8, and there's nothing. It's really nothing. Bishop c4, king h8, and if you play bishop f7, I can take e7. Wait, is that? Rook d8 at the end though. No, but the bishop and f7 hangs. No, this cannot work. This cannot work. No, just rook e8, eh? I see now. I see what he's thinking about. He's thinking of taking on f4, and if rook d8, king f7, that also seems like a plausible idea. But there's bishop g5 at the end, so my question is, why would you even allow that? I would definitely go rook e8. I don't not want to give black any... So I don't want to give black any chances at all, and the best way not to give him any chances is just to do the simple thing. Rook e8, check, and bishop f7. This is still a very shocking blunder, of course. Lan was playing fantastic chess this whole day, and then he just hangs a piece like that. It's inexplicable, really. Okay, let's bishop e7. Well, yeah, it's inexplicable. Anyway, it's done, this game, so let's go to something else that's more interesting. Because this one is, well, it's as done as done gets, really. Oh, interesting. This line. Okay, very interesting. d3, e5, b4. Yeah, that is a good line, as far as I'm aware. Queen takes b4. I don't think you can take that pawn on d3. Or maybe you might have to, because your position is gonna be trash in any case. You might as well get the pawn for it, right? Maybe that's what you do. You just take d3 and like hope you don't get mated. You gotta do it, right? Otherwise, you got nothing to show for what you like sacrificed. I still think this is probably quite bad. I don't know how it's supposed to play. Do you just play like queen a3? Because I don't think you should allow like knight c5 to e6. So queen a3 looks smart, and he's done it. So the idea is if knight c1, I think we can join this move first. Still king d8 though. How easy is that? Knight c1. I mean, maybe we just like do rook c1 and then go rook e1 later. I don't know. I really don't know. Here, by the way, it's what? Rook d8? Why would you allow that? What is this? He's messing this up real bad, yeah? What's this? Yeah, it's just finished, yeah, it's just finished. You just like take that bishop, it's finished, yeah? This is such a strange game. I don't understand. Why didn't black play rook f8? I didn't understand why. Looks finished, yeah. And now it's like, it's not so easy, yeah? It's really not so easy. Okay, you still take c5. I mean, maybe I'm unfairly criticizing him, because this is probably an easy win as well, but it's not clean. It's definitely not clean. But it's winning. It is winning. So no criticism is warranted here, because it's winning. Here, white obviously has massive compensation, but he'll still have to prove it, of course. This knight on b1 needs to be developed somehow. So that would probably be the idea. Some sort of knight d2, trying to bring the knight to the queen side somehow. I don't know. Don't really play these sort of positions, but this seems like a logical thing to do. But one thing that I really like about this position is that it's easy to play with white. Yeah, white has very easy moves, while black actually has a lot of issues with his weak king, and given that he's really low on time, it's gonna be harder and harder for him to find moves to sort of get out of this bind. So the challenge is on, for sure. That, of course, white still has to prove that he has something, so it's not an easy position to play for either side. Anyway, here I think Lan is much worse, but he's still holding on. He's not lost yet, so that's one thing. Yeah, he's not lost. Yeah, King h5. It's not an easy conversion, this one. White has found a very nice idea. He brings his king to g4 at h5, and actually it's sort of tying down the black pieces, because the black king can get vulnerable as well. Yeah. It's what I call like a Chinese chess idea, because these sort of attacks are sort of coming from Chinese chess a lot, where your king helps out in the attack. And that's what's happening. Oh, I mean, the rook e2 is like, yeah, it's like, yeah. I don't know how to describe it in words. It's just like, yeah. Not the best decision, not the best description of this, I know. But, well, basically it feels dodgy. I think that's the best way to describe it. And what is dodgy here is also black's position. Because, okay, black's got some development in. He's got his bishop to b7 by some miracle. I don't even know how that was possible. Oh, like that. But then he's lost that pawn on g7. So he's lost his pawn, and he still hasn't solved his king. And he's got, like, what, 11 seconds. This is it's close to disaster at this point. Knight e4. Like, what, rook d1 something? Then I try to take d4, something like that. That seems like a reasonable option. Rook d1, d3, I guess. And now what? Now what is the question? Always. What do we do actually? It feels like there has to be a win here, but it's not so easy. Is queen h7 too greedy? It doesn't feel right. I'm not sure about this though. Knight d2, queen g5. He's not losing a piece or anything, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the king will sort of find some safety on c7. So I'm not sure this was the best thing to do. Queen takes, he's gonna play bishop takes g2, and he put his king on b7. Which, well, I was gonna say relatively safe. c5 is gonna come, and he play like rook a c8. I guess it is relatively safe. Yeah, I feel like maybe white hasn't done the best thing here. Some of black seems to be fine already. Queen d3. He's worried about d3. I'm not sure. Maybe just like, well, c5, rook a c8 again. Yeah. But maybe you don't have a choice. But no, so c5 allows queen d5, so you might want to be a bit careful about that. Queen d5, I guess. Queen d5 is possible as well, forcing some sort of concession and then going rook a c8. That seems stronger, actually. So this one's really heating up now. B takes c5. Wait, queen b5 check. Queen b5 finish. Queen b5 finish. What? Oh, what? Why queen b5 was finished on the spot? But maybe this is finished as well, yeah? This finish as well, yeah. Okay, but okay, still need some work. You go like rook b7, I guess. This looks finished. Because like these squares, you can't protect both of them. I felt, queen b5 was like instant finish, but this one is like, troll finish. Queen d7, f4. That's the easiest way. Just queen d7, king e5, f4. Finish. He sees it, of course. He sees it. Rook e1 is made, actually. I think it's even better. It's even made. Okay, wow. That was a nice attack. Here, it's already not so... Oh, it's actually looking very nice. b4 is a nice move, though. Takes king b4, rook b8. I can play rook b5. And the pawn endgame is way too slow, because the a pawn is just so close to queening. Rook b8, rook b5. Finish. But it needs to try that, but king b3. The rook, it doesn't have enough checking distance. It needs at least 3 fouls. And here it's only got 2. So the pawn just moves. It just plays a3, a2, rook a5 even. It's probably a clean way to push the pawn. And then once the rook is on a1, you bring your king to like b3, b2, and it's finished. It's the most finished position I've ever seen in my life. Okay, h4 is coming up. King b4. h4 is gonna play. Yeah, maybe this is not finished yet, yeah? G takes h4, rook takes f4. This is very resourceful play. Very, very resourceful play, I gotta say. Rook f3 is a nice move. Very nice move. This is a very, very interesting endgame. G takes is only move, right? You can't like allow the pawn to go to h5. That one actually could be even dangerous for us. What? Whoa, 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 whoa. H takes, rook f3, king f3. My king can't get into square. a3, g6, a2, g7, queen, queen. This seems fine. This seems fine. This is fine. This is definitely fine already. I think he had to take on h4 and go for some sort of endgame like that. But king h4, I don't know. It's borderline. Yeah, this one is nothing. I guess like, yeah, even rook takes f4. Yeah. Actually, if black is not careful, like things can turn around, even in white's favor. So, might want to start pulling the brakes somewhere here. Maybe not. The pawn is still quite far. Yeah. G6. It's gonna be draw. Yeah. It's just a draw. Nothing to do. G3. Rook b2 and rook a1. That's a draw. Maybe miss rook f4. Okay, yeah, now it's just nothing. It's just a draw. Just a draw. Wait. Wait a second. No, it's just draw. Queen take, king f6, we play rook a. And yeah, we'll be able to eliminate that g3 pawn as well. King g6. Actually, king g6, what do you do? Could be a bit tricky for black, actually. You can lose this with black. Rook e3 g4. You don't queen. What's going on? Is he gonna like lose this? My goodness, black is lost here. Rook e6, king f7, queen. What? Okay, it's still winning, yeah? Rook e7, king h8, finish. Incredible. Black is gonna lose. What on earth is this? How is that even possible? Oh my god. But fair play to Len. Len was playing very resourcefully in that endgame. Very resourcefully. And he managed to get the swindle in a position which I thought was not possible to swindle at all. So, yeah, that was insanity. So I guess the next round pairing is quite obvious. It's going to be Yinlin against Lan. There's no other possible pairing at this point. And maybe Ritesh against Nelson, something? Or Sim Baking, I don't know. One of these guys. This last game is just too easy. You can take the pawn. This one is interesting. So we have we have Hauser against Ashwan. This is an interesting endgame. Ashwan's the top seed of this tournament, but he is struggling. He's really struggling against these kids. Rook a7 now, I guess. He's really struggling against these kids, and I don't blame him, because these kids, they are very hard to beat. Yeah, this is a draw now. Takes king g5. It's a draw. It's just a dead draw, yeah? Okay, don't think that was necessary. Okay, king g5 now, yeah? What is he doing? He's thinking this guy's gonna blunder mate or something. I don't know why he's doing that. Now he's making things hard for himself. Why would you do that? It's just an easy draw, yeah? Okay, maybe he has king g5, rook h7. It must be a draw, yeah? It must be a draw. That endgame must be a draw. No, it's not a draw. Just a draw. Just a draw. These. Yeah, rook takes h4, rook takes a3. Maybe the easiest is just rook d4, yeah, just to cut the king off. King d7. Okay, king e. Maybe rook c4 now. Well, I don't know why he's doing this. Making things hard for himself. King b5. Rook h8, rook h8. Oh, rook h8. Don't know what he's doing. Like, there are some of these positions with a pawn that are lost. So white is not doing this correctly, I think. Rook b1, rook b3. Now a3. Okay, he's trying to put his king on b2, but now there's king c4. How is this? Oh, and a3, yeah? This looks... No, rook h1, rook h1. a3 is impossible. Because rook h2. There's still a draw, yeah, maybe. I don't know. This is one of those positions that's really, really close. And actually, it's not practical to go for this, yeah, as white. Why would you do this to yourself? Rook h1, because it's possible that such kind of positions are lost, actually. I have seen positions like this that were lost, but now king c3. Now king c3 is a draw. Like, this guy is giving me, you know, severe anxiety with his rook endgame technique. Maybe in my classes I should teach more rook endgames. That's clear. Okay. Now it's a draw. It's just a dead draw. You just like wait if you're rook. And black has nothing to do. But the only thing he could possibly do is like play rook b2 and put rook on b1. Then I just give a check on h2. There's nothing to do. Maybe rook c1 was even better to play rook c2. Just don't play rook d2. Just like wait if you're rook, of course. You can play rook c1 now. Try rook c2. But still okay, rook b2. It's like, yeah, you can avoid the trade if you want to. Now king c2. Okay, I guess just like rook f7, yeah? Well, whoa, wait, 1 second, 1 second. He had to put a rook on f7 because now then king b2 comes, yeah? This is tricky, this is very tricky. Okay, maybe still draw. King b4 is a good move. King b4 is a good move. So that... But king b4 maybe there was rook c2, yeah? Followed by king b2. Maybe you could just check back, king b4 and you put rook c2. No, this is a draw now. It's a draw. It's a draw. It's a dead draw. It's a draw. Just don't go king c2. Okay. Yeah, it's a draw. This is a confirmed draw. I think actually rook c8 might have been winning earlier. Rook c8, king b4, and rook c2. That felt like... But maybe rook a3. Yeah, maybe rook a3 is still a draw. Yeah. Okay, now it's still a draw, of course. King c2. Yeah. Just a draw, my friend. Don't blame don't blame yeah, don't blame me for trying on, yeah. But yeah, I mean Ash1 is a high rated player. Of course he's trying to win this game. You know, we had top seed and tournament doesn't go according to plan. It's always not the best feeling, but I mean the good news for him is that the main event for him and the rest of the MMU team is really not this week. It starts, I believe, next Thursday. And so he doesn't have anything to worry about for the moment. Okay. There's nothing to see here. Check king a1, I guess. Absolutely nothing to see here. Nothing to see. Rook c3 comes. Rook c3 and then it's easy. Then there is really nothing better than to take the draw. King b1, draw. Okay. Well, that was quite the game. Alright. So. Lan VCP against Yinlin. That will be the next matchup. Who's gonna be white? Maybe Yinlin's gonna get white again. Let's see. Yeah, Yinlin's gonna get white. Low rated player usually gets white in these situations. Lan is offline. You better get online soon. But he is, so. Okay. Knight f6. Yeah, okay. c5. Okay. Yeah, it's playable line. g6. Probably going to Maroczy, I guess. Feels like a Maroczy. Okay, he goes g3. So no Maroczy. Bishop g2. Knight c6. Castles. Why you go for those d6 lines? Yeah, he is. I guess Yinlin knows this stuff here. Bishop c6 is playing very fast. Does he know his stuff here some more? There's more theory here, actually. The theory here is... It's not that simple. It goes quite long, actually, the theory here. But the consensus is that white is usually a bit better. I think bishop g2 is... I don't think that was the move. I'm pretty sure that wasn't the move, to be honest. v3, there's d5 now. Yeah. Maybe it's still correct, though. Maybe some sort of queen d3, something like that. Maybe that's still the way. Rook c8, though. It's still rook c8, b3, d5. It's looking good for black, actually. b3, d5, of course. Nothing else. Black has to play d5. Otherwise, one move more and he'd be too late. And this looks good for him. What does white do? I don't know what white does. Now black side is very simple. Once take c4 twice, and you have a nice position. I think we're going for that, yeah? B takes c4, yeah? Queen takes c4. If queen f3, that's rook a b8. It's looking very nice for black. All of a sudden. Perhaps not all of a sudden. Oh, he plays queen f3. Maybe this is better, actually, because... yeah, at least you don't have to deal with that rook a b8 move right away. Or maybe you do. Rook a b8 anyways. Okay, the pressure is on, actually. White is under some serious pressure. It's not that great, yeah? Not that great. Okay, rook c1. What's he planning after cb3? Some sort of knight d5? But we'll see now, I guess. Knight d5? It must be the idea, right? Something along those lines. Knight d5 or knight e4. One of these things. Say knight d5. Queen d8. How does that work? Queen d7. Okay. Wow. It's gonna take f6. That's obvious. Knight takes f6, I guess. Seems more logical. I could also argue for bishop takes, but knight takes seems more normal. Now a takes b3. This should be fine. This should be fine. Bishop f6 is too optimistic. That pawn will be so strong. So you have to take a takes b3. Just looks like some sort of equality. Nothing special. Nothing special at all. f5. This is some sort of close to dead equality at this point. You have to take king takes g7, play rook c3 or something. Rook d1, yeah. Something like that. Yeah. Nothing too much to say. Probably you take and play rook d3. It's can almost offer a draw already. Okay, rook c2. Maybe black can, pretend a little bit. But it's not going to be much. Not going to be very much. Yeah, I mean, this seems like a clean game from both sides. Nothing too special. Queen c6, queen f3, yeah? Okay, a6. Okay, check and rook d3. Yeah. Check and rook d3, then e2 might hack, though. Does that work? No, I don't think it does, yeah? Don't want to let him take e2. Okay, now it's like swapping the draw, yeah? Or maybe black tries to play on with queen e4. Yeah, black maybe might think of doing that, yeah. Now rook c2 or something. Rook b8 hitting that pawn. Black should also be a bit careful. Yeah. Can white play something like queen c7? Rook b3 check, king g7. Maybe not, yeah. Maybe not. Yeah, okay, it's gone for the safe option. Guess black just drops his queen back to e6, so. Okay, queen b4. Okay, now queen a6. It's a draw, yeah. White should better just take the draw. Otherwise, it could be worse, so. Because if you start defending passively, then it could be worse, actually. So, I think it's time to just take the draw. Queen b3 just saw queen d3, and you can sort of shake hands already. There's no chances here. So let's move on to another game. This one is not going to go and do anything else than a draw. That's clear. Which gives actually Nelson a chance to catch up if he wins this game. And he's doing well. He's doing very well. He's up a pawn. Yeah, black has a very solid position, but a pawn is a pawn. And the pawn is not easy to move, of course, but it's always something that black has to be worried about. Yeah, black has to worry that this pawn might move if he's not too careful. And Nelson is doing something correct. He's trying to create weaknesses somewhere on the king side. Or maybe he could force some sort of weakness with some move like h6 from black. Something along those lines. It's a good strategy. Nelson just loves these sort of Catalans from white, and he squeezes them very well from my experience, so we'll see how it goes. It's not an easy defense, suffice to say. I'm just curious, is there a move like queen g4? So hitting this pawn, and like, how does black defend it? Maybe he has to go queen b6, yeah? No, but then there's rook takes d5. Oh dear. Maybe there's f5 though, just f5. f5 knight f6. Maybe I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Let's just go king h8. Well, he's going for the fancy line. He's tempted. He's very tempted. f5, knight f6, king h8. What happens there? That's the question. Because queen takes b4, knight takes b4 actually hits the rook. So that doesn't seem to work, yeah? Rook, okay, maybe you still have rook d4, but knight c6. So it doesn't seem to work. So f5 is only move, I think. Otherwise you're dead. Yeah, rook takes d5 is crazy threat, knight f6 is threat. So you have to play f5. What happens there? Knight f6 seems like only move, right? There's no other move with the knight. There's no other move. So knight f6 only move, king h8. I don't know what we do there actually. King h8? What do we do there? Oh, king f7 is also... It's also very strong. Nelson is in big trouble now. He's blown everything. He's blown everything. Blundered everything. No, it's bad. It's very bad. Nothing else to say really. It's very bad. It's terrible. Queen takes b4, knight takes b4. To be fair, I was tempted by that as well, but I just didn't see a great reply to f5. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, queen h5, maybe is to do that, but king f6, yeah? What do you even do after that? It's a full piece. Maybe you can try something like this, queen g5 check. No, it doesn't even work. My idea was king f7 and I play rook takes d5, but it doesn't even work. There's queen e4 check, and you take that rook. So it doesn't even work. No, the idea was of course e takes d5 and check and take the rook, but it doesn't even work. It doesn't even work. He's trying for that, but it's not working, yeah? King f6, maybe he'll have to take h7, but that is, oh, it's so sad. So sad. I know queen e4 is finished here in that line. Queen e4 is totally finished here. Rook f3 and like queen takes e2 or something. That's totally finished. So then black is done. White is done for. White is finished. White is finished. Queen e4 finished, yeah? No, I mean, there's like many moves to finish. It's like rook c2 or something. Rook c2 or queen g8? Something like that. Still not so easy. Must be winning somehow, though. Must be winning. Maybe I can just do something simple like queen takes e2. Didn't even do that. Just want to say I'm so much material up, you know. Oh, that's also nasty. Everything is nasty at this point. Everything is so nasty. But okay, he's fighting on. Rook takes, pawn takes, queen d4. Queen g6, king e7. That seems like the easy way. It seems so easy. So easy it's impossible to mess up. It's impossible to mess that up, yeah? Whoa, I mean, I don't know about this. You're letting him take g7. The queen could be... This rook could be hanging in some lines, yeah? So, okay, you take, of course. I don't know why he's done this. Suddenly Nelson is getting... I'm not gonna say he's coming back, because it's probably not, but this pawn is getting dangerous. It's getting very dangerous. And black had better do something, because he could lose, yeah? If this pawn just pushes, it's too easy to push this pawn. Maybe he needs to like bring his rook back to b8 or something. Just to stop it. But then still h7. Actually, how do you even stop it there? You can't stop it, yeah? Maybe something like that. Rook b8, h7, queen g4. Maybe that's what you need to do. No, you can queen. What am I talking about? You can just queen. It's a joke. Now Nelson is winning. Why did he allow that? He had to play queen d4 or something. Just to make sure that after queen g6, king e7, that pawn is defended. Yeah? You have to take on f3 first. No, take on f3, get queen g6, queen g7 first. So maybe you just go like queen d4 right away? I don't know. Maybe just go queen d4 right away. This is finished. Oh, is it not? It's not finished. Well, that's a nice move, queen d5. Queen g8, I guess. Queen g8, what happens? My idea is that if you move your king somewhere, then I'll play rook, you know, let's say, yeah, I'm threatening queen takes b8, so you gotta move your queen, yeah, after queen g8. You gotta play something like, I don't know, queen b7. Okay, he plays queen a7, makes sense as well. He's trying to check somewhere here. Could well be very dangerous. Rook h8, maybe he just strings his rook now. This is definitely not what Black should have gone for. I mean, there was like so many easier ways to do it. What is going on here? Suddenly it's still a draw, obviously, but what on earth is going on? Why is this game still going on? I don't know. King F4, King F2. Okay, it's easy draw, yeah. Easy draw. Easy draw, and that's gonna be the end of that game. Okay, this game is crazy. We're gonna focus on this game. This game is gonna be for the lead. If Nelson can somehow get the win, it's a long way from getting the win, of course, but if he can somehow get it, then yeah, that would be huge. That would mean that he then ties for first with Lan. But if he doesn't, then yeah, Yinlin will be still in second place, and yeah, there'll be everything to play for in the last few rounds. I think there are 2 more rounds still, so everything to play for at this point. Things can obviously still go wrong for any of the players in the lead. Queen F7. I feel like Nelson's gonna win this. I get the feeling he's gonna win it. Because it's so hard for Black to play when you have no time. And why there's so many threats, like F4 is a threat. Is F4 possible now? F4? King D4, yeah? Wow. This runs to D4. This is epic stuff. King E4, Rook E6. This is not the right way. Takes... And Queen E5. Queen E5 finish. Yes, Nelson wins. Finish. Okay. This is too easy. Actually, I don't know what happens after he plays like King D4 there. We can have a look like after the end of the round, but I don't think... But there are some more games. Are there any more interesting games? Not that I can really see. There's another Rook endgame here, I can see. This one will be a long game. I'll come back to it later. Should be winning, but it's not gonna be easy. Actually, no. Maybe it's close to a draw. Because this is some of those F and H ones are a bad version for white. What is going on? A king is on H7 in one of the games. It's gone now, so I guess not. Yeah. This one looks like it's finished. Yeah. See an upset here. See an upset, maybe. Oh, maybe it's not so easy. This pawn is attacked. Not so simple. Why did you let him take that pawn? I don't know. That was your pride and joy. Maybe there was no way to defend it. You probably don't want to trade that bishop. Move it far away. Out of danger. Still white playing for 2 results. When you're a higher rated player, obviously it's unpleasant. But what can you do? Bishop E7 is a great move though. Bishop C5 is coming up. This is very strong. Bishop C5 is extremely strong. This is very tricky. King B5, I guess. Or King B7. King B7, why not? Let me take that pawn. King B7 is it, yeah? That's it. It must be winning, right? Ooh. Oh, this is maybe even stronger. It's maybe even stronger, but okay, you can... No, Rook G6, finish. Rook G6 would have won the bishop. Ah, yeah. Okay, but we're still winning. B5. Still Rook D7. I think we can... Yeah, we can safely say this is probably going to be a win, yeah. Rook... Actually, is that winning? Okay, Rook D7. Finally, he finds Rook D7. Now it takes. Now it's winning. King F8, and I think good technique would be Rook D7 to cut the king off. Play King B6. King F8, we go Rook D7. We'd rather cut the king off along the D file, I think. Okay, but this is still winning. King B8. Okay, you go Rook B3. It's a bit awkward, but you guys go Rook B7, B6, and... Okay, it's a bit awkward, I gotta say. It's a bit awkward. Now King F8, you're gonna bring the king closer. It's a bit awkward. King E8. How do you actually get the king out? I'm just sort of trying to think. Maybe this is a draw already. This is the draw. Why is he bringing his king to G8? I don't understand that. Why? Your king had to be on E8 so that the king would sort of restrict the white king, right? That was the whole point of this operation. But I mean, it's still a draw. Yeah? Still should be a draw. But maybe it's not a draw. It's not a draw, actually. The king is too far away now. Now white can sort of do this and like try to bring his king closer. His idea would be to bring the king to B7. Oh, this is strong. Rook A7 is strong. Rook A7 is very strong. King D7, King C8, King B8, and then now we just move the rook, yeah. Yeah, King B8, and then B7, finish. Rook B1, B7, finish. King F7, we move our rook back, and then King A7. Easy. Too easy. Oh, this, even nicer. Just b8, finish. Okay, and this wins. So that's the last game. I just wanted to see the position after this. Obviously, king e4 is finished here, but what happens after king d4? I didn't see a win here. It's crazy, I know, but I didn't see any win here. Maybe, I mean, you have a check, but then king c5. I didn't see anything here. Maybe this is nothing, yeah? Maybe black is doing well. Black is doing well. Well, not as well as I thought he was, but it's still doing well. Queen j8's only move, and to like go for this miserable endgame. Which, I mean, only black can win, obviously. Yeah, it's probably closer to a draw than a win, but... Wow, it's like one move, yeah. Queen f7 was a blunder? Wow, queen f7, rook e7 was strong. Very strong. Queen d7 was necessary, because rook e7, now f4, I guess. Oh, no, not f4. Queen a4. Threatening what? I don't know. f4 and queen d4 check. Wow, this is next level computer stuff. Intriguing. Very intriguing. In any case, how many rounds have we played? This is round 8, so there's one more round. One more round. This is everything to play for, yeah? I think the pairings are... Actually, what's the pairings? It can't be Nelson against Len, because they're played. So it must therefore be Ritesh against Len, and like Nelson against some random guy, and... Oh, and Yilin against some other guy as well, against Jatin, right? That would be an interesting game for sure, but we're gonna stick with Ritesh's game. That would be interesting. This game is probably the most likely to produce a champion, because it's the strongest game. Wow, Ritesh just goes all in, yeah? That I think it makes sense, because, I mean, there's not a big difference between, like, 4th place and, like, 10th place in this tournament. It's about the same. 4th place and 14th place, since it's, like, under 17. The big difference is between the top 3 places, so that's what he's going for. He's playing for the big prizes, and that's a good strategy. Because he knows even if he loses, he's probably going to get, like, best under 17, which is actually what he got the last 2 times, so... You know, it's almost free rolling this. If he wins, he gets more. And if not, then he doesn't lose that much. It's a good strategy. Okay, a4. So I think if he wins, he's like guaranteed, I believe it's like 2nd or 3rd. That's pretty good money, yeah? It's like at least 80 bucks. So it's good money. Knight c4. Hitting the queen on b4. Okay, white's got a pleasant position though. I mean, this isn't the best Benko, I will admit. It looks like a terrible Benko. It looks like one of the worst Benkos I've seen. But it is still a Benko. So we'll not write him off just yet. Queen b4, maybe he needs to play. If he goes queen c7, d6, he is truly dead. Queen takes c6, done. So he has to at least try like this and pray. Pray for a miracle. It looks terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Maybe just knight takes d6. Okay, maybe this is even worse than I thought it is. But he gotta like try something like that, right? Because otherwise he's got no chance. He's got no chance at all. Yeah, he has to try queen d4. Knight takes d6, obviously. It looks terrible. It's one of the worst Benkos I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, I think he's got very little chance. It just looks like a clean pawn, and I think the Russians would say in such a position, white has the material and the compensation. So let's go into another game. If things start to turn around, we'll come back. This looks just one-sided. It looks so one-sided. It's almost sad. Okay, let's look at Nelson's game. What's going on? He's played bishop f5 somehow. Oh, I don't understand knight c3 followed by knight f3. Feels very strange. Queen a5 takes... Okay, black is doing well. Black is doing very well. Bishop f5. Interesting. b4. Yeah, very interesting play. Queen a7. Okay. So I guess now he's going to play some lowercase ca. Maybe think of some knight e4 ideas. Okay, knight d4. So if knight e4, knight takes e4, d takes e4, he wants knight takes c6. That's nice. Okay, that's nice, yeah. So, he takes on d4. Okay, makes sense. Because if e takes d4, then this c file is just looks really awkward, yeah. Playing b4 and playing c4. You just like weaken a ton of squares along the c file. I don't really like the move b4, but queen d4 looks even worse, because it feels like at the end there's going to be some sort of discovery, yeah? With knight e4. So that seems impossible. So maybe you have to take on d4 like now, and then try to say that, yeah, positionally my position is Busto, but I'm gonna try something like knight e2. I'll try c3, just solve the whole one for a few more moves, and then I'll just try bishop h6 and go for like a crazy madman attack, because my position is positionally that bad that I just have to go for the attack. And in blitz, it can be quite effective actually, these sort of attacks. So I think that's what he's got to do. He's disconnected for some reason. I don't understand. I mean, surely he's not going to give Nelson an easy win, right? Let's see. Are there any other games going on? No, this looks so one-sided, this game. Oh, wow. What? What's happened? Oh, he's played knight takes d5. That's a nice try. That's a nice try. Check king f1. But the issue is that everything is hanging now. Maybe knight b6, though. Oh, knight b6 is there. No, b takes c3, queen takes c3. Then queen a2. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's really nice. Knight b6 takes, and I think you just go queen a2, and everything is defended. Wow, that's a nice line. Probably saw that. That's why I didn't go for it. But I think he had to at least try it. Hope his opponent doesn't see it. Maybe there was bishop takes b2 as well, but maybe just rook b1, yeah. Yeah, not nice. Not nice. B takes queen a2. Oh, we're going for the same line, yeah? Queen a2. Finish it. Just finish. Unless there's something strong here, but I don't see it. It looks like finito. It looks like complete finito. If it's finito, then I think Len's gonna win this. Kumaka is back, and he's in big trouble. He's in massive trouble. Rook d3, knight e4, yeah? Oof. That is nasty. That's a nasty position if I've ever seen one. Okay, so yeah, it's looking very good for black. Okay, well, here things are not looking any better for black. It's a full piece. He just played knight g3, and then bishop e3 comes next move. Although there is still one issue for white. That's his king, obviously. And it's not that easy to solve that problem. And until that problem has been fully solved, there are going to be some issues. Also, bishop e6 is something that you want to think about. Yeah, so knight g3, maybe bishop e6 is possible. Not so easy, yeah? Not so easy. Yeah, this is not so easy. But you gotta protect that knight somehow. Yeah. And I feel like knight e4, I don't know. Now bishop e6. Which is not easy, yeah? Because bishop b2, I don't... Wait, does this work? I can take, right? Bishop takes d4, e takes d4. You cannot take on a2 because I wrote b1. That's exactly what's happening. It's turning around. Black is now better. Black is winning already, I think. f4 is a great try, but I think there is d3. That should be quite killing, yeah? Still bishop d1. Uh-oh. That's epic stuff. Epic stuff, man. Okay, let's play d3, yeah? Bishop d1. What is this? What is this? Knight c4, rook a2. If you give rook b1, it's king f2. Wow, this is some crazy line. Yeah, f4 is a nice move. F4 is a very nice move. Bishops. No, I mean this looks bad again. Yeah, rook a2, rook b1, king f2. I feel like black had something there, but it certainly wasn't this. After f4, you can see that. I mean, land is just so resourceful. I feel like this is how the Indian nations play chess. They aren't necessarily very good. They are terrible positional players. That is the truth of it. But they are extremely tricky. They are such tricky players, and they're very fast. So in blitz, it's very hard to play with them. It's very hard. Because they're just so good at blitz. So good. It's almost impossible. Like, what are you going to do? Rook to e8. Just king f2. There's nothing, yeah? Rook b1 is move the bishop. It's finished. Finito. Finito the position, eh? It's incredible. After f4, I don't know. Maybe you do something else, yeah? I don't know what you do here. Oh, I mean, if this works, yeah, this is some sort of next level stuff, honestly. Oh, this is it's epic stuff. I don't see anything he could have done, actually. This is incredible. Yeah, Nelson is crushing, as you would expect. How about the other games? This fight is looking like it's only for third, and I think Yinlin is getting crushed by Jian. He's getting completely destroyed. 96 is crashing through. If you take, I think you have to take and like hope you don't get mated after King H8. Do you get mated after King H8? That's the question. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. You gotta just try it out. Maybe Queen G5's Queen G5's clean. Because King G8, now I think you play Knight F5. Knight E6 and you take. That's finish. It's slow finish. Slow finish. It's not even any chance. Knight takes F5 finish. Oof. That is nasty. Oh, I see. F takes for Knight F5. Nice one actually. Nice one, Jia Tian. Nothing to even say about this. It's not even any defense. It's finished. Yeah. Wow. So it turns out that actually, somehow the top seeds are just surviving here. Lan's gonna win this game, obviously. Can even take. Wait, can you take? Knight takes, and Rook C2. Then, yeah, I mean, just go run King G1, yeah? Check, and your King H2 is finished. This is finished. Wait! You can't go to G1 because Rook E1. So you have to go to F1. Yeah, okay, this should be finished. You can play Rook D1. I guess still Rook B2. What is this? It's not an easy win. Yeah. Maybe you play Rook E3 or something. I don't know. That's Rook B1. It's not over yet, yeah? It's not over yet. Surprising. Yeah, this one's finished. Yeah. This one is... What? Rook A8? What is this? Kumar is winning against Nelson? This is insanity. It's crazy. I think the only guy in the top that's actually gonna win is Lan. Lan's gonna win this for sure, but the rest, my goodness. Nelson's gonna lose this game. It's so easy. How did he lose? My goodness. He like missed some sort of A5 break, yeah? Or something. It's ridiculous. How do you miss that? It's crazy. Why did he allow this? Ah. He blundered, yeah? Wow. Yeah, he blundered. He blundered is terrible. Just terrible. Ouch. That is painful. That really hurts, yeah. That really hurts. Wow. Just in time, wow. It's easy win. Rook D2 finish. You take this. What? You can just resign, yeah. Can you resign? Maybe get Rook C2. It's not over yet. Oh, it is, yeah. Rook A1, D... No. Rook A1, D2. Yeah, that's fine. D2, Rook F1. Rook C1, Knight E3. Ah. Just in time. Just in the nick of time. That's finished. Here it's finished, obviously. Yeah, that also works. Rook C1, Knight E3. Oof. That is nastiness. Yinlin is still fighting. He's a fighter. Wait a second. Where is the win? Where is the win? It's not easy, yeah? Like, you cannot move this knight. And actually, Black's plan is easy. Just push the pawn, yeah? Oh, this is nice. She's using the H pawn. This is a nice idea. What do we do here? This is such a difficult position to play for either side. Do you know, like, Queen D8 or something? If H5 or Queen H4. That looks strong. That looks strong, yeah? Queen D8 looks like a strong move. Queen F4, I guess, is the only move there. What? Then a H5, yeah? It's a bit much, no? This is definitely a bit much. If Rook G8, then I think that's already Rook C8, yeah? It's definitely much. No. No way this can work. That Rook is so ugly. Queen G5, oh dear. This is a disaster. He was coming back already. Just had to find Queen D8. It's just coming back. Wow. Games really, they turn on a dime, don't they? They turn on a dime. And now it's winning. It's most quit. Yeah, it's converted this advantage into this. It's a nice one. It's gonna win this game. And now Nelson's also gonna lose. This is amazing. Like, all the leaders are gonna lose now. Queen G7. This is mate, right? Check. King D7. Where's the mate? Where is the mate? Queen F8 or something. Threaten Queen E7. Rook C5? Oh, what is going on? Both sides have 10 seconds. This is a battle of nerves. It's not even about moves at this point. Rook e7, finish, yeah? Where's the finish? Queen c8. Oh, that's finish. Wait, rook e5, king c4. What is this? No, that's knight e3, knight e3 finish, yeah? Rook d7, king c4. What is this? The king is running. It's one of the most remarkable games ever. King b3, queen e3, king a2. Where's the mate? Where's the mate? King a2. Where's the mate? Incredible. And all white's pieces are hanging, so you better have a mate. She better have a mate. If not, she's dead, yeah? No, that can't be. Just take, yeah? Actually, g1 queen is a big threat now, I think. G1 queen, no, not a big threat, eh? Queen c4 is a threat for white, so maybe what you just do is you just go queen e6, yeah? Something like that. You deal with queen c4. Oh, okay, that looks like a strong move as well. That's a strong move. Where rook a1 is mate threat? What is this? We're mate a1! Oh my goodness. Wow. What a finish. That was the craziest finish I've ever seen in my life. And actually tragic. I think black was probably winning at some point, but it was the messiest position I've ever seen in my life. Later on, yeah. Yeah, it was like spinning out. Wow, rook f1. Rook f1 is finished, yeah. Wow. That is epic. So, let's refresh the standings. Okay, so Ritesh is gonna lose for sure. So I guess this is the final standings, yeah? Lan is gonna win by a full point. This is incredible. And yeah, that's that. That's all I can say. That is it. That is it. Yeah, there's nothing more to say. Well, and Jiaotian in third. That's unexpected. Jiaotian, she came out of nowhere almost. And she lost 2 games early on, and she made a huge comeback, and now she's in third place. So yeah, definitely a great finish by her. All right, so is that the final standings? But there's still some games. Wow, this one is Young is crushing. It's so crushing. Is he crushing? King e5 is only move, right? No, king e5, rook d8, check. Yeah, if you go rook d7, I go back. If you play b8, I think it's a draw. Because if you play f4, the problem is that... Oh, it's white to move. Oh, then maybe it's different, yeah. Yeah, now it's different. This is a nice technique. King e5 only move. Otherwise f4, yeah. What is this? Is it a win or not? Then you go king c6, yeah? f4, king c5. King e4, king c4. f3, check. And you go king d3, and that wins. Okay. Just about wins. By like 1 or 2 tempi. King c5, that's the way. You don't want to force the black king any further forward. So rook e8 would be a mistake because of king d4. So king c5, and now king c4. This is easy. This is very easy. f3, you get a check, and you bring your king closer. With king e3, I go king c3. King c3 now. Very easy. f3, I give check, king d2. It's almost too easy. What? King d2? Okay, still a win. Actually, this is nice. This is nice technique. This is nice. King e3, f3. But it's still the same, yeah? Anyway, f3, rook e8. But it's nice. It's good technique for the rook on f8. Now it's easy. He knows his endgames. He knows his endgames well. King d2. This is finish. Totally finish. So, wow. I mean... Yeah. Ashford knows his endgames. What can I say? King e3, yeah. King e3, f2, check. King f1, rook f8. Finish. And that, I think, is the last game of this tournament. F2 check. Wow. Alright. So we have our final standings. In first place, we have Lan BCP. Mr. RG Bagus Wijaksono from Indonesia. Yeah. And in second place, Nelson Villanueva from Philippines, FIDE Master. And third place, Chua Jia who actually next week is going to play in the Varsity Championship. Yeah, it's definitely a good omen that she's starting to play very, very well in these games. I mean, after a few bad losses, she just came back. She just stormed back with some fantastic wins. So, yeah, I mean, the last game, I really thought that she was gonna lose, but she had the better nerves, which, yeah, which really pulled through at the end. And really, that's what all these tournaments are about. Just having the nerves to play. And yeah, congratulations to all the guys who is around up the podium. And yeah, oh wow, Ash won with that final win is actually in the top 10, so that's good. Yeah, good sign for the MMU team for sure. All right, so I guess that's it for this tournament. Thank you all so much for joining the stream. Somebody has a question for me. I mean, if you have a question for me, you know, just ask, yeah? Just ask if you have anything you want to ask, yeah? Oh, Rajesh, by the way, asked, how do I join as your student? If you want to, you can check out my Facebook page. You can contact me on Facebook Messenger. Or if you want to, you can even just WhatsApp me, right? Like, you're probably in the WhatsApp group, right? So you can just send me a WhatsApp message. We can make some arrangements. I'm sure we'll be able to find something for you. Oh, someone wants to ask, how do we choose the best sub? Well, there will be the highest placed subscribers. So I expect, well, we'll see if the top 10, if places number 6 to 10 are all subscribers, then we're just going to give them the prizes. But if there's some of these guys who aren't subscribers, then we'll start to move them over to like here. So basically the top subscribers that are not in the top 5. So there's top 5 get the main prizes. And under top 5, yeah, we just look at, yeah, who's the one that subscribed to me, and okay, they're gonna get a prize. So hopefully that clears up matters. Thank you so much for all your positive comments, and I guess I'll see you in the next tournament. By the way, our next tournament is planned tentatively for now. I haven't made any plans yet. It will not be at the start of July because there will be something at the start of July. So, well, I'm thinking of either doing one later in this month. Yeah, as I was saying, if that sounds interesting to you, then yeah, definitely go check that out. And I hope you can support my next tournament. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. By the way, I'm planning a video on Monday. It's probably not gonna be a very high effort video, but it's gonna be a game of mine against a Super GM. Good live game. So I hope you enjoy that. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you